Wow. Wow.
Yeah! You blew it! Yeah!
Wow. Wow.
How much is back, you dickless? I'm gonna come.
What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. Y'all ready for Gamescom? I hope you're ready, because we're ready. We're ready to party. What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, depending on where you're hailing from. It's your boy Renee back in the house on this fine Tuesday, getting ourselves ready for Gamescom 2024 opening night live. As always, if you are brand new to this channel, I should let you know that you have two options in viewing this stream. You have your traditional view, horizontal landscape view, some would say. But if you love watching stuff on your phone, then I also have the vertical stream up live on the channel right now as we speak, as we gear up and get ready for the Gamescom 2024 opening night live. Hope everyone has been enjoying their day, their weeks, all that stuff good so far. Pin comment in the chat right now. Let me know, what are you excited for? What are you looking forward to this year's Gamescom? I think tonight's just going to be a lot of trailers going to be announced. A lot of, I don't know if we're going to get major reveals. I'm not sure. But, I mean, anything's possible, right? Isn't that what Kevin Garnett used to say? Anything's possible! Let's go. Also, I do apologize in advance if I sound kind of off, only because I woke up this morning just with a lot of allergy stuff. I don't know why, but it is unseasonably cool today. We've been averaging basically, 85 degrees and up for the last month and a half, sometimes mostly in the 90s. For some reason, today, it's 71 degrees. Global warming does not exist, y'all. I don't know what anyone's talking about. Good to see people in the chat. Star-Lord, always happy to see you. Hope you're doing well, my man. Paulie Q. Looking forward to some sadness, he said. Also saying it was pretty cool Friday night. It was pretty cool Friday night there. Here? Or where you are? Our Friday night was cooler, but it was still very muggy and humid. Today, it's just unseasonably cool. 71 degrees. I mean, the first time in, I can't even remember how long for the last to be under 80 degrees during the daytime. It's been a long time since we had that. So it's nice to have a break from the heat and humidity. Well, it is still somewhat humid, but yeah. So again, happy to see everyone here. Let me know, of course, what you guys are looking forward to. At least it was cool at 2 a.m. Saturday. Yeah. That's one way to look at it, for sure. So I was saying, I remember when it was unbelievably cold, it was when the new Mortal Kombat movie came out back in 1994, 5? I forget which year it was. I think I'm around that right vicinity. The movie theater I actually saw that movie in no longer exists, unfortunately. Now it's called the Rock Church. But it was an old standing movie theater in Queens. I used to be able to walk to it, called the Elmwood. And I saw Mortal Kombat there. I saw the Jetsons movie there, if you guys remember that. Oh, not that old. You're talking about, no, the new one recently. So Mortal Kombat, I forget what year that came out. I never saw it. So, but I know there is a sequel coming out for it. That I know for sure. PQ says 95 and 2021 for the new Mortal Kombat movie. I believe that's what you mean for that, right? So, PQ doing the research and letting us know here in the chat. If someone can do me a favor, I'm testing out this new program that will hopefully minimize the amount of windows I have open so that I could really pay attention to all the chats from both streams. Can someone go into the vertical chat and just say something real quick? And I want to see if it registers in this program. If it does, it's going to save me a whole bunch of headache and a whole bunch of time in making sure that I stay on top of the chat as much as possible, which I think I've been doing a good job with overall. But anything I can do to be better, improve, then that's always a good thing for everyone involved. PQ now in the vertical chat saying, no, I won't check. Oh, look at that. It works. Boom. Oh, goodbye. Open windows. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Ya humps. Not you guys. I'm talking about the windows on my PC and my setup. So now I could have this long-standing chat window that has everything. So awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So we still have some time before the presentation starts. Let's see. I'm going to check here on the official feed. There's a pre-show opening, but I mean a pre-show opening? I think I need some more coffee. A pre-show happening, I should say. But those are usually pretty lame, so I ain't going to be looking at that right now. What I do want to look at, though, is a follow-up to yesterday's reaction to the Nintendo Direct Live. Or I should say the Nintendo Museum Direct. Because I remember I was really trying to find the website that we were supposed to be given the link to after the tour was given. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I have the link now. So now I am on the official, and I'll share my screen, Nintendo Museum website. And again, we all know, as of the announcement yesterday, October 2nd of this year is when this museum opens. And the one thing I really wanted to find out was how were they handling the tickets? So now it looks like here they have the reserved tickets options and an area where it says prices and reservation process. So I want to check that out here. So ticket prices are going to be very cheap, actually. 3,300 yen. 3,300 yen for an adult ticket, and this already includes tax. Operating hours are from 10 in the morning to 6 p.m. They're closed on Tuesdays, so that's good to know for anyone who is traveling there. Let's see. I believe it is. You could reserve a spot in the craft and play workstation. I believe it may be a timed admission. So 3,300 yen. So that's roughly going to be like around maybe $28 US. Let's do the currency exchange. Yen to USD, because right now the yen is pretty low compared to the US dollar. So 3,300 is 22.70. Oh my gosh, it's cheaper than I thought, everybody. This is insane, insane. Parasicles pay, let's go. PQ saying, I'm hoping it's good. you're hoping it is good. Making a slight joke on my behalf. Starlord7, I heard confirmation that Carl Urban will play as Johnny Cage in the sequel. Rumors, but I heard it's true, and he said he will. I haven't seen confirmation of that announcement yet, but if that's true, that'll be very interesting. So that means that would be like a very older iteration of Johnny Cage, in my opinion. Possibly, right? So, and that means Johnny Cage will, well, he's probably going to do an American accent, but yeah, so that'll be interesting if that turns out to be true. All right, back here on the Nintendo Museum website. Now I want to see. So, oh, look at that. All right, so you need to have a Nintendo account to make a reservation. So that's something to note too. Tickets are sold via randomly selected drawing. So it's a lottery system. Jesus, wow. Okay, they're going to make it very tough for people to get to these things. So I've encountered lottery systems in Japan before with exhibits, mainly concerts. They do it a lot for concerts. But normally, usually I should say, if you reserve way in advance, you have a very good chance at being selected, but you really have to be out in advance, like 3 months and 3 months plus, I would say. If you are selected, you will be asked to complete your purchase. Only credit cards can be used to pay for tickets. Please make a reservation in the name of blah, blah, blah. Visits to the workshop requires same-day reservations. A separate fee is required for all that stuff. So I'm just curious. Let me see if I go through the process here. Ticket availability. So yeah, drawing. So they have basically, they're accepting entries for all days in October and all days in November, but they don't go past November. So I think you're going to have to play a little game with Nintendo here to when you make your reservation. So they're not allowing you to make really advanced reservations, too far in advance, I should say. So interesting. Yeah, they're going to make this tough. They're definitely going to make this tough, but it's good to know. And this is exactly what I wanted to find out yesterday, because after that whole showcase, the whole presentation, the tour that we were given, it looks like a fantastic place to visit. And anyone who's planning to go to Japan, like I said, I'm going to be there next year in April to cover Star Wars Celebration. So obviously, this is one of the things I had on my list that I could allow myself time to go and visit. Everyone's going to be clamoring for a chance to go visit this museum when they're there, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be a lot of... I wonder if for Japanese residents, if there's an easier way for them to buy tickets. Usually, like I said in yesterday's stream, you can go to a convenience store like a Lawson's, Family Mart, something like that, 7-Eleven, and they usually sell exhibit tickets there. And usually you could get easy access to like same day tickets or whatever the case is. So I'm pretty sure they might make it easier for Japanese residents to buy tickets to these things. But it's the same process like the Ghibli Museum and all that. So it is very interesting to see how they are handling it. I wonder if they have anything for the shop displayed yet. No, nothing yet. All right. Cafe. I don't think they have that much information yet. They're calling it the Hatena Burger. That's kind of cute. And it's operated by Smiles Corporation. I don't know which catering service that is, but like I said, this is definitely high up on my list for something to visit the next time I'm back in Japan, which is going to be in April of next year. So yeah, I've been very, very curious to see what all of the options were going to be as far as buying tickets. So if anyone saw the presentation last night, yesterday, let me know. Are you planning to go? Are you excited to go visit this thing yourself? If you ever have a chance to go to Japan, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay. Good stuff. So I'll be honest, I don't know what to really expect from this presentation. And anything Jeff Keighley is involved in, I always feel like it is just a plethora of just random trailers, maybe mixed in with some gameplay footage, teases, and all these things like that. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be any different from any of the stuff that we've seen before, like the Summer of Gaming or the Video Game Awards. But regardless, it's still going to be fun and exciting to watch all this stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of eye roll moments. Hopefully, we're not going to have some crazy surprise guests that don't know how to speak to people or how to speak on stage. But is there anything that could be potentially exciting or surprising at this presentation, at this showcase? I don't know. I'm pretty sure, and I think I'm pretty positive that we probably won't be hearing a lot from Nintendo on this. Nintendo tends to stay away from these type of shows. So probably not a lot of Nintendo news will be revealed. I wonder if we're going to get more information. Well, Outlaws is just around the corner, so maybe we're going to get some more Outlaw stuff. If you look at the main titles in their headlines and in their promotional materials, it's a lot of like Marvel Rivals, Star Wars Outlaws, all the stuff that we already know is in the works and all that. So I'm just very curious what we could potentially see, if there's anything going to be like surprisingly new and stuff that we have never heard about yet, or we heard about, we haven't seen anything about yet. So I don't know. Let me know what your speculations could be for this show and this presentation. What franchises are you hoping they may resurrect and bring back? That's going to be fascinating in itself to see all that. So very excited regardless as to what is the potential here. Are we going to see more Silent Hill 2? The reboot, or the remaster, I should say. That would be fun if that's true. Let's see here. Maybe more about Dune Awakening. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, right? Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff about the things that we already know about. So we'll see. Started saying Star Wars Outlaws will be fun. It looks like an open world game. It does look fun. I'm just hoping it's not going to be too open world. I think I've mentioned this already in the past. I'm already over the whole open world thing. I think it's way overplayed. I do like that these games give people the freedom to do whatever they want, but my time is limited. If I'm into a game for the story, I just want to go from point A to point B and that's it. Because nowadays, if I play a game, I'm lucky if I have more than 2 hours to play a game on any given night. So the more easier and the more, I guess, linear it can be, the better it is for me. But I do appreciate that they do have open world stuff for those people who love to explore and do whatever they want and roam around and explore every crevice of a planet. But yeah, hopefully, if it is open world, at least I'm hoping that it's not so strict on, well, before we progress you through this storyline, we have to make sure that you farm this here, and then you have to construct these things here. You have to transport these bits of cargo from this place to that place. Okay, now you can continue with the main storyline, so let's see what happens. Started saying, I'm the opposite. I want open world for more games. But you're also someone, from what I know, and from what I have seen, who likes to spend a lot of time playing games and has the ability to do so, right? So for people like you, I think it's great that they have those type of games and they include that kind of stuff. For someone like me, that's just not the case, And I don't want to give up on gaming, but if everything's going to be open world, I may not just play anything. Then that's why I tend to go back to retro games, because at least in a retro game, go in, I know what I need to do, Very simple, and that's it, you know. Star's not into puzzle games. Well, everyone has their thing, right? So puzzle games I can be 50-50 on sometimes. You know? So what are you currently playing now, Starlord? I mean, I know you've been telling me you've been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront lately, but I feel like you very easily hop from game to game, especially now that you got your new Xbox One, right? So, what games have you been playing the last week? Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's see. What's the time on this? 4 minutes or 3 minutes or something like that. Started saying, I tried Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and I couldn't figure it out. Really? Why is that? What are you having problems with? What are you stuck on? Fallen Order. Uh yeah, I beat that one. I beat that game early last year. I kind of took a break from Survivor because Survivor I felt was too open world. See, this is what happens too. If it's too open world, I get caught up in doing random stuff and then I get tired and I feel like I need a break. So I need to get back to it eventually. PQ saying I want to get back to Cyberpunk. I do too, but I need to find the time to do that. I would love to get back to Cyberpunk because I think now is a perfect time to play that game. You know, you and I talked about this before, where now with all the fixes and the last DLC that they released, it'll be interesting to see how the game has changed since when we first played it, the first week it came out, right? So I was saying stuck on everything, it's too puzzling. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yep, the revamped systems too. Yeah. It'll be really interesting to change. You know what a game I really want to go back to also because it's something that I just never had a chance to finish. And that is whatchamacallit, The Witcher, Witcher 3. I remember I first played that game years ago. And I really got into it and I really fell in love with it. And then work happened, life happened, and I just never went back. But that is a game I really would love to go back to play again because I remember just having a lot of fun with that game. Solid 7, same thing with Watch Dogs 2, which is supposed to be open world. Yeah, Watch Dogs was a major disappointment too. Like Watch Dogs, God, I remember when they were hyping that game up. And then I remember playing the first game when it finally was available. And I was like, wait a minute. This sucks. Like, this is not how I remember it. Or this is not what I was expecting, I should say, based off of all the trailers that we got. So I was just, oh man, what a disappointment. I played like maybe 3 to 4 hours worth of it. And then I just stopped afterwards. And I was like, yeah, I'm bored. So Solar 7 saying it's complicated. T, what's up, T? It's been a minute since I've seen you. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been having a good couple of weeks. You haven't finished Witcher 3, bro. You got to go back. I know. It's funny too because like when I scroll through my games that I have on my system, I play mostly on the Series X. It's right there. And I'm saying, I would love to start this up again. But I know when I look at it, I only have like an hour free. So I don't want to get into something that just it's going to end up sucking my time. I want to dedicate the time for it. And I guess that's really where I'm having a lot of problem these days. It's the time to sit down and play. Because I had so much fun with Witcher 3. So much fun. I really need to go back to that. Starlord 7, Trial and Error. I wonder if I went back to Watch Dogs if I would see myself actually enjoying it. Probably not. If I felt that strongly about it before, that forced me to stop, then I don't know if I would ever go back and feel different about it. Who knows? I don't know. T, what are you looking forward to Gamescom, if anything? You know what? Let me switch over. It looks like we're about ready to start. Here we go.
Winner of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
My friend and yours, Jeff Keighley, is in the house. Let me know if the volume if it's okay for everybody too. T saying I prefer the first Watch Dogs. Did you actually play it all the way through, T?
Guten Abend, Gamescom! And hello to everyone watching around the world. This is opening night live from beautiful Cologne, Germany. And we have our biggest live audience of fans ever here at Cologne Messe.
Oh, good job on beating Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, Star-Lord.
Community to celebrate our love of games and of course
Dragon Age. That's a game I've never had a chance to play.
Welcome. We have gathered for the grand kickoff to Gamescom, the world's biggest in-person video game event, and this is our 6th opening night live. Now, tonight,
oh, you're downloading Valhalla now? I hear that's a pretty good one too.
ONL to make the show even more accessible. Thank you to Kaborski, who's signing the show right now. Thank you, Kaborski.
That's a pretty massive stage they got there.
Challenges this year. I know that ONL will get you excited about what's to come later this year and in 2025 and beyond. Now, over the next 2 hours, you're going to see world premieres from studios.
Oh, here we go. The infamous line, world premiere.
Announcements you're not expecting and some surprises, so get ready. From Monster Hunter to Indiana Jones, Dune to Civilization, Call of Duty to Marvel Rivals, the most anticipated.
I can't wait to see more of Indiana Jones for sure. I hope we actually see like an actual level that people are actually moving and not just so much cinematics. PQ saying I'm not a fan of the first one, which kept me away from the rest of the Dragon Age games, which is sad because I love Mass Effect trilogy.
First world premiere, a brand new game.
Here we go.
This one hasn't leaked and it's exclusive right here at
World premiere. Oh, it's a 2K Games game. What's going on, Ficon? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Hunger Games. No. I feel like I should know that logo. Like I said, everyone, let me know if the volume's coming in okay through the stream. Stopping my Hunger Games. It would be funny if they made a Hunger Games game. Oh, Borderlands is back, baby. Borderlands 4. Get ready, because everyone got super excited when the movie came out, so we gotta get a new game in there.
There you go. All right, that's right. Borderlands 4 is coming in 2025. Next up, October 25th marks the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to debut an extended.
But they say that this wasn't leaked, but I feel like we kind of knew there was a new Borderlands game coming out. Wasn't the guy from 2K saying that when he was being interviewed about the movie?
Black Ops returns with an epic story and signature blockbuster action.
Oh, you hate using the shoulder buttons for striking? Well, it's like the Souls games, right?
It features an all-new campaign with 16 new multiplayer maps.
Yeah, Ficon, I know. I'm going to talk about that after this, after the Gamescom stream. I have a lot of thoughts about that.
Zombies and Warzone gameplay at the Call of Duty Next event on August 28th. And
what's going on,
August
Nightwood?
30th, you'll be able to join the MP open beta to try out the brand
Yeah, Randy announced it was in the works. Yeah, so that's not like a major news drop.
But today,
Jeff Keighley just being very dramatic as always.
the Raven team, who's leading the campaign in partnership with Treyarch.
The Black Ops 6 campaign is set in the early 90s, a time of global turmoil and uncertainty as the Cold War comes to an end. You're joined by legendary characters Frank Woods, the grizzled vet, and Russell Adler, the ultimate wild card. Together, with new allies Troy Marshall and Jane Harrow, and unbound by normal rules of engagement, you'll unravel a mind-bending conspiracy. In the mission we're about to show you,
Like, not another stream, but after this is done and after we recap this, then I'm gonna talk about that as like a closer to this stream. So this is supposed to be like 2 hours, I guess. So like in 2 hours, I'm going to be talking about the Acolyte. Like my thoughts on that whole situation, because it's extremely frustrating how they're handling Star Wars right now.
Camera actually works.
Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Let's just hope Sev and Case can get the retinal scan.
Goody, we're getting more cutscenes from Black Ops.
Use your camera to get a better look.
But this looks like in-game footage at least, right?
And he doesn't go anywhere without his security detail. I've marked a few leads that could help get you close enough to do the retinal scan. Take your pick.
I got it on good authority that the senator stole some sensitive information from the people I work for.
Oh, is he still using floppy disks? What time period is this?
Senator with sex tapes. Can't beat the class.
And VHS tapes? What is it, the 90s?
I've cleaned up another of your messes.
Lee Grisham, head of security for All Dream Energy.
Grisham might be our way to McKenna.
The one thing I'll say about like the Call of Duty and the Black Ops games, they do make a lot of these scenes that you play through very cinematic. And I'm a sucker for that stuff, so...
Modified the infrared image to highlight the capillaries in the senator's retina. It should have just enough resolution.
Like, and I might change the title to this stream, yeah. But I'm not planning to stay so much longer just talking about like the Acolyte and all that, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll be here to talk about it.
Please help. They took me during shift change. Knew our schedule somehow. Started shooting.
Yeah, Starlord, the Call of Duty nowadays, if I do play it, I just play for the single player campaigns. I gave up on multiplayer.
We can do this loud.
T, I agree with you. They should just stop with old gen stuff already. It still surprises me that they're still supporting games for PS4. I don't understand that. Oh, it's the 90s for this one? Okay. What's going on, Arnold? Wukong is breaking records and breaking hearts. How are you enjoying it, man?
Sev, we got the prize.
Good. I'll get out.
Starlord 7 cash grab for Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, with all the skins and stuff you have to buy, yeah. Alright, Ficon, hope to see you again later. Let's talk about Star Wars and my disappointments. Or our disappointments.
Take cover.
Stay low until that minigun stops spinning.
See, this is the stuff I like to play. When it comes to like the Modern Warfare and Black Ops stuff, like this is fun for me. Nice single player campaign, all this stuff. Like I don't care much about multiplayer anymore. Oh, that's dope. That's cool. That's one way to take out a heavy. And like since it is in the 90s, I do like that time period too.
Up through the service hatch. You two first. I'll give you a boost. You first, Adler.
Wukong is hard, but you enjoy it and you love it. That's good. Would you say it plays like a Souls-like game?
Easier coming down. Here.
Just seeing this right now after watching Alien Romulus, this is the only thing I'm thinking about right now. Here's a question for all of you guys here. Because I know, like, Metal Gear, that franchise, eventually almost became just like you watching cinematics and all that. Would you appreciate it more if it played more like a Call of Duty or Black Ops type of game? I'm wondering what people would think about that.
Let's get moving.
It's Souls light, but not really. Okay. T, you like Call of Duty multiplayer? Do you still play it even now? Yeah, Arnold. I would love to try it eventually. Wukong. What is that? Oh, EMP? Nice. Or a stun grenade? Is that Bill Clinton? Oh, I love the era. It's great. Oh, that's a knife? Jeez.
Just like that, huh? Just like that.
Ever do anything like this before?
No. But I don't see any better options and I'm running out of bullets.
God, this brings back the days I used to play a lot of these games with my friends. PQ knows. PQ and I, we used to play a lot of these games together. Oh, that's cool. That's dope. That's really cool. I love your around. I'm assuming this is Washington, D.C., right? That's what it looks like. That's cool. Star was saying Metal Gear is Metal Gear. PQ said, not sure. I think Metal Gear is what it is. Started saying third-person perspective, hiding in boxes and snapping necks. Yeah, Arnold saying the character design of Wukong cannot be described in words.
There you go, Black Ops 6, more coming at Call of Duty next. And now I'm honored to
Oh, you're taking off work next Friday for the beta? T, that's awesome.
League of Legends esports around the world. Did you know that she got her start as a
yeah. I agree, PQ.
That's right. Please join
like when you have a nice crew to roll with, these games are a lot of fun to play. Multiplayer. It always helps too when you have a guy who's just insane with a knife.
That is quite the throwback, but I am so excited to be here tonight revealing many of the games on opening night live and highlighting events happening during this Gamescom week in Cologne. Gamescom really is the best week for games worldwide every year, and I am so stoked to be back here with you all celebrating it. Now, it is my pleasure to share a message from Gamescom to you, our gaming community.
Am I supposed to know who she is?
Dear future me, I hope
is she like another streamer? Because the last time didn't they have like some sort of YouTuber co-host?
Friends from places far away, and that you always have the best adventures. That you fight for the things you
I'm
love.
surprised they haven't thought of doing a Metal Gear movie yet. Or I think they did at one point, but that's one of those adaptations I'm surprised haven't successfully got off the ground yet.
Yes, the future is here, and we are ready to play. Let's take a look at this fun trailer.
Yeah, T, that's what I thought too, yeah. I remember hearing something about that, but I don't know why it's so hard sometimes. a Metal Gear movie or series, I feel like has already been written. Just adapt what you've done in the video games. Oh, it was Oscar Isaac, right? Oh, okay. What is this? Why does this look so goofy? This is definitely playing on a lot of the old school gaming tropes of NPCs and all that. Oh, that's weird. I love the pixelated guards. That's so funny. Who the hell is this guy? Is this like a goat simulator game that they're hyping up to be like a real game? Gotcha, sucker. It is Goat Simulator, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Remastered? Do we really need a remastered Goat Simulator?
In my opinion, that looked like the GOAT of all remasters. Okay, well,
Yeah, the crowd loves it. You could tell the crowd is going nuts for this.
here in person, but if you cannot be here with us, don't worry. You can join us
Oh man.
Gamescom Global rather, where you can explore and discover.
I'm pretty sure they thought that was going to get a bigger pop from the audience, but
And our very own Gamescom studio is here with all-day coverage of the event. So tune in to Gamescom Studios broadcast by IGN on Twitch or on YouTube. Now, we have some news on Persona 3 Reload, and it's next.
oh, here we go. They're going to talk about the DLC.
Aegis, the answer, coming on September 10th. It's time to reveal a surprising boss fight coming to the game.
Surprising boss fight.
Tomorrow and all the days after it,
Most masterful trolling ever. Yeah, they really trolled everybody on that one.
there is a strong connection between all of you and what's happening.
Let's just open it. Then we'll know. Something's wrong.
I'm actually very curious about this because Persona 3 is the only Persona I've ever played and completed, so... Wait, that's it?
Joker fun there. All right.
Oh, is that the guy from Persona 4 or 5 or something?
Right here, exclusively at Gamescom opening night live.
PQ will know. He can tell me.
The tracks lead this way.
Persona 5, okay.
It's close.
So, do you like that Goat Simulator trailer?
Stay here. Stand guard.
Arnold, did I miss a message? Is it about Call of Duty and Star Wars? You're waiting for the games to come out?
Bloody hell.
What is this? Is this like a... Wait, is this, what is that? Stalker 2 or 3 or something like that? Is this a Chernobyl thing?
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much,
I'm an animal. Oh, is this what? I don't know what this is. Dead Island or something? Or is that oh, wait a minute. This is Dying Light. That's it. Okay. That looks kind of cool. I've never played a Dying Light game. But this looks actually pretty good.
Zombie adventure set in the Dying Light world with 20 hours of gameplay, a new open world region, and more in Dying Light: The Beast.
PQ's waiting on Metaphor, Fantasia.
Wishlisted game right now on Steam, and also
Epic Voice Guy hyping the damn code. Yeah, I don't know if those games are going to be good either, Arnold. But fingers crossed, at least Star Wars is going to be good.
PlayStation 5, and right now we've got the reveal of the launch trailer for you.
Well, Wukong's already out, so I'm surprised that they're playing a trailer for a game that just came out. This is just filler at this point. Ask Arnold. He's already been playing it. And he's in Germany. Right, Arnold? What's going on, Bob? We got a tease on Black Ops 6. We got a little look at one of the battles for Persona 3, the DLC. Goat Simulator Remastered, I think, has been the big talk so far of the stream. No, we won't see any GTA 6. I promise you we're not. GTA 6, they're probably gonna have their own presentation. I don't think they will team up with Jeff Keighley. Maybe I'm wrong, but we probably won't see anything GTA related until either end of this year or beginning of next year. Oh, T, you're playing this tonight? I'm kind of jealous of you guys playing this game already. Like, I won't be able to play this for a while, so. This I'm actually kind of looking forward to. I've always been a fan of these fighting games, but I do wish they were making a sequel to Fighter Z. Rockstar Games selfish with their stuff. Well, they're very protective. Yeah, they're very protective. They want to control the way they present their stuff. So, and I know because I've had friends who worked for them for many years. Not had friends. I still have friends. I'm still friends with them. It's just they don't work for Rockstar anymore. No, they don't really have their own conventions. They just have... They just really control the way they present things. You know?
Welcome back to Gamescom opening night live.
What is this? Do we really need an animated Jeff Keighley?
From the Construct Coliseum, it's time for everyone's favorite game, King of Meat!
What the hell is King of Meat? Is this a cell phone game?
Wait, starting line?
And that battle cry proves how committed Jeff is to any project. Let's check the Soch with our sideline reporter.
This dungeon is throwing everything.
How much you want to bet Jeff Keighley was creaming in his pants when they said, hey, we're going to do an animated version of you?
I'm gonna come.
The GK machine? Really? Get out of here. King of Cheesesteak. That's right, Arnold. T saying they do it their way? Yeah. Rockstar always does it their way. And you know what? People love it. They eat it up. There's a lot of Rockstar fanboys out there. So this is like another like Fall Guys type of game. 4-player co-op. No, it's. Oh, please don't copyright strike me with this. You know what? I'm going to mute this real quick because I just don't want to get in trouble on the YouTube channel. Good job using licensed music, you dummies. It looks like American Dad. The animation, right? It does kind of look like very American Dad-ish. All right. King of Meat. I'll show you the King of Meat. His name is Arnold, and he's in Germany. He's the King of Meat.
Night Live for real this time, and that was the announcement of King of Meat, an online co-op spectacle for 1 to 4 players from Glowmade in Guildford, England, and Amazon Games for console and PC. And you can sign up at kingofmeat.com for future playtests. Now, one of the things I absolutely love about making these shows is that we get to introduce you to brand new games and teams like this one to reveal their first game from their new studio, FuzzyBot. Please welcome
FuzzyBot.
Tanya Dislova and Max Spielberg.
So are you having issues with the chat right now?
Guys, welcome to ONL. I'm very excited to share this game with the world. Can you tell us a little bit about your studio?
Arnold's saying he's a.
Totally surreal to be here right now. We started this
Everybody, Arnold is just gloating because he got lucky.
Game, our own IP.
T hard pass, yeah. Is this live stream bugged? I have no idea. I mean, I'm seeing everyone's chat.
The vision for our studio started with the idea of dreaming big and building smart. The concept for our first game, even early on, felt very unique and full.
Is anyone else seeing weirdness with the stream right now? Let us know in the chat.
It's through their
I'm hoping everything's
skill,
okay.
dedication, and true love for the game that we're able to be here tonight, going way beyond where we thought we'd be.
Well, I got to play this a few months ago with you guys. I had a ton of fun. Tell us
Linked?
about your game, Linked.
Yeah, so
It's Linked.
Is called Linked, Banner of the Spark. It's a co-op.
Looks like he looks like a mixture of Mega Man and Bionic Commando.
Blended these ideas together to create this cozy yet highly.
Arnold saying no bugs for him, but I know Arnold likes watching on the vertical stream, so I don't know if there's any buggy issues with the horizontal. I'm sorry, but doesn't that logo look like the name of the game is O-Linked? Is it just me?
Or with friends in this vibrant world of robots.
Or a simpler way that I like to describe it sometimes is you go out and fight the evil robots and then collect their body parts to build a sustainable town of your dreams while saving the cute ones. We are incredibly proud to finally reveal.
She looks very nervous. I feel bad for her.
And we hope the players
But she's
get
doing
much
good.
joy out of playing it as we have building it.
Well, we're very
Oh,
excited
she looks
to
so
go to the world
nervous.
for the first time. Let's take a look at the world premiere reveal trailer. Thanks, guys.
Love to hear anything if a Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in the works. Oh, that would be interesting. I feel like they're still supporting Hogwarts, the first one, aren't they? Didn't they just release something recently? Or maybe I read that wrong. T saying good here. T seems to be seeing the stream okay. And I know T is on the horizontal stream. So I don't know, Star-Lord. Maybe it's your app. This looks like every other game that I've seen that come out in the last couple of years. This looks like that Disney game where you're building shit and farming shit. This also looks like Fortnite. This looks like a little bit of Overwatch and insert freaking service type game here. It just looks like everything I've seen. It looks like Marvel Rivals. It looks like all that shit. I'm so tired of these games already. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. Arnold saying, I'm a big Harry Potter fan because of Harry Potter. I started with everything. I'm going to think about a tattoo. Oh, what kind of Harry Potter tattoo would you get?
Now, one of the things that I love about Gamescom is that it is a
Started saying I wouldn't mind a Metal Gear Solid series.
And there
I
is
think a
an
lot of
amazing
us would like
platform
one.
called Gamescom Cares that shares social and environmental responsibility projects that we care deeply about. Thanks to all of our partners who help to make this happen. You can learn more by scanning the QR code below. And now, the first look at the gameplay of Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, a narrative adventure from the creative minds behind Life is Strange.
Oh, okay. I could be into this. Don't nod. It's just Montreal.
Honestly, Swan, I'm glad, but slightly surprised that you showed up tonight.
When I saw your text, all these memories came flooding back.
Hey, she actually showed.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for these type of games, so anything like narrative.
Shit! Where's my fucking pick? The Tharp one's her favorite.
I remembered you.
Nice one, Autumn. You were the coolest. Skateboarder's wisdom. Never land on your wrist.
I want to see you skateboard, Autumn. I remembered Kat.
This looks cute.
She was like a firecracker.
I don't know, something with the castle, with Hogwarts itself.
We're gonna need a real band name.
That could be like a really dope back tattoo. A giant castle on your back.
How could I forget?
And then something strange happens. And a fun weekend turns into a bloody nightmare.
Are Bloom and Rage? Are we in trouble?
That looks good. I'd be down for that. I was gonna say something. I don't know. Is it just me, or is anyone else tired of all the zombie games? I feel like it's kind of overplayed at this point. Oh, T, you have Castle Grayskull on your calf? That's awesome. That's really cool.
That game looks great.
Yes, Arnold, we know. You're very magical in the sheets.
Where there are deadly consequences of not sticking close to your teammates, and I cannot wait to check that one out. All right, our
Too
next
much zombie
game,
games? Yeah.
It's been a long time coming for this next one. At the Game Awards in 2021,
He's not a zombie
revealed
person.
Arc Raiders, a game that immediately struck a chord with players around the globe. A stunning
I don't mind zombies. It's just we've gotten so many zombie games already. It's like
Arc Raiders has evolved a lot since then, and now
every year there's at least one brand new one, which I don't understand.
Exciting action survival shooter.
Where do we go from here?
Oh, Starlight, you're watching on your Xbox? That's weird.
Nothing of this place. Look at us now. Raiders.
Of the Lost Ark.
Playing with fire. Everything to lose. But even more to gain.
Is this Outlaws? This is Star Wars, right? Oh, no, it's not. Ark Raiders. It looks like Star Wars, in a way. See, now this is something I would love to know more about, but what the hell is this game about? All we get is freaking CG movies. Are they saying Mickey Mickey? What? I think I'm having a heart attack. What's happening? That, or maybe I'm still drunk from Saturday night. Oh, this is that game with the girl and yeah, no, I'm good. No, Arnold, you don't have to. I'm always fine with your jokes. Don't even worry about that. Oh, you're on your Android watching. Are you still having problems, Starlord? Yeah, it does look like kind of like a Division game, T. Pokemon on Wish. I remember seeing a trailer for this at the Summer Games Fest thing. Oh, they were saying Nikki. PQ, hurry up, sign up. They got the beta open. I know PQ wants to play that game. Now this, I've never played any of the Warhammer Marines games, but this may be the first one that may tempt me to actually try it, because this looks fascinating to me. This actually looks really good. It's official, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yeah. Oh, this comes out soon. Yeah, I want to give that game a shot. It looks actually really good. See, PQ, Nikki, please. Nikki, please. Is this another... here we go. What did I say before? Insert service to play game, all that crap. No issues anymore, Starlord? That's good. I'm sorry to hear you having such a stressful week, Arnold. Hopefully, like I said, like anytime you're on this stream, hopefully it gives you a chance to just chill out and relax with us. PQ, don't lie. There's a part of you that really wants to play the Nikki game. It's okay. You can be honest. Can I remember the movie Best Player with actors from iCarly? I don't know that movie. Yeah, this is very Overwatch-like. Oh my god, look at those faces. They look terrible.
What you saw right there was Predecessor, a MOBA shooter built by an indie team from the ashes of Epic Games' Paragon, if you remember that one.
You want Nikki. So it's okay, Paul. It's okay.
Next up, Path of Exile.
I'll be hearing from you a month from now and how you can't stop playing Nikki.
News on the early access date. Check this out.
Yeah, I guess free to play ain't bad, but
Are you clear of mind?
insert again yet another free to play game.
I am.
Are you ready to sacrifice? Sacrifice everything to become the savior.
I will.
Do you have the strength to sweep aside this world and build it anew?
I must.
What's happening? What is this? This looks just like Diablo. Is it Diablo? No, it's not Diablo.
Now, are you ready to fulfill
your destiny.
Path of Exile 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Well, that looks absolutely great. Can't wait for that one. And now,
What's the name of the movie,
Gamescom is
Arnold?
known for the
It's called
cosplay.
Best Player.
The vision and dedication cosplayers put into their craft is an inspiration to us all. And
Yeah,
to
we
see
went
these
from
amazing
Goat to Nikki.
cosplayers, you can tune into the Gamescom Cosplay Awards on Saturday, August
I'm just
24th.
so far I'm just seeing a lot of repeat stuff that we've seen, that we've not repeat of trailers, but repeat of the same type of game over and over and over again.
Enjoy exclusive announcement and all
This is what our current generation is now.
one-hour show hosted by Shay.
What a disappointment.
Plus, the Gamescom event arena, that is where I am standing right now, and all of you are. It is the biggest and most elaborate stage at Gamescom, featuring not only opening night live, but additional live shows.
I have to see
featuring
the
creators,
trailer.
gaming events, and esports competitions that you can watch either in person or by
Hey, you want some
streaming
RPGs?
online. Now, up next is a first look at the gameplay of June Awakening, the open world survival
Kiki, what are you trying?
MMO,
What are you trying so hard to
on
feel?
when it's going to be released.
I would love to hear Witcher 4 news. If there's one thing to get me to finally go back to Witcher 3, it'll be that. Like instantly. Oh, this is Dune.
Awaken.
See, I was. Hold on. I just want to see if this is the one. Dune Awakening. I was once excited for this. And then I found out it was like a survival game. And I hate survival games. Again, it's the same problem I have with open world. I just don't have the patience and time to fetch water, you know, build a hut, all that stuff. I just don't have the patience anymore. So even though this game looks fascinating to me, I probably won't end up playing it. Yeah, see, PQ knows. I want to care for any games they are showing and I can't. Yeah, so far it's been kind of like,
In this case, a spit dart rifle and a still suit for your help taking down territorial deserters. Working with others will always increase your chance.
See, this looks, I mean, look at this. For me, this looks great, but it's a survival game.
Climb to a vantage point.
Oh,
and prepare for
so unfortunate.
Your choice of weapons and abilities determines your strategy. Swordmasters lead the charge into battle, literally.
See, that's dope.
Repel ranged attacks with a shield, and then take them out, one by one. Deploy the
It almost kind of looks like Starfield.
from the shadows. Take what you can from the fallen. On Arrakis, nothing of value is wasted. Mine, harvest, and gather with your group to build bases and
See, this is
unlock
not your
more
cup of
advanced
tea either.
equipment, like the blood purifier.
See, now this is where it gets, like, once it gets to all this stuff,
To extract drinkable
I'm out.
Craft improved equipment using fabricators. Replicate your bases in new locations with the blueprint system. And then sell blueprints of your
Staller.
architectural wonders.
That was. So it said, I want a Twisted Metal game where they put me in a real car so I can crash into this convention
Prisoner can rise.
and scream, "Give me my wish."
And take to the air. The
Arnold, aren't you glad you didn't go this year? So far, this looks terrible. Everything doesn't look that great.
Map the desert. Discover landmarks. Wrecked ships.
Sure, Arnold, I can do that. What's, just give me the name of the movie again?
Technology. Arrakis is a vast planet. You can explore unique locations, uncover valuable resources, and search for secrets amongst the shifting dunes. And then,
Yeah,
return to
you get to be
civilization
OP
triumphant.
like Paul after 50+ hours of gameplay.
Harco Village throngs with people, spice traders, guild
Best
bankers,
player.
smugglers, house envoys, and of course, other players.
All right, I wrote it down, Arnold.
Here, you will pledge allegiance to one of the great houses of June, the Harkonnen.
The Harkonnen.
Remember, to play politics,
Can you play as a Harkonnen, or do you only play as,
is power.
you know, these
In the
guys?
deep desert beyond the shield wall, hundreds of players scour the landscape, hunting for spice. Every spice blow has the potential to become a heated battle, with multiple guilds vying for the precious melange. Even when it looks like defeat is inevitable, those who
The best feature of Dune Awakening is boredom. That's funny. All right, Arnold, I'll check out the trailer afterwards. Coming to PC early 2025. PlayStation and every other console TBD.
Well, you can't have a June game.
No one is
without the
clapping.
Sandworms, and the Sandworm summoning begins
Did,
when
did,
June Awakening
am I the only one who saw that? No one seemed to be clapping.
So the wait is not that long. And now
Are
here
people
is a
actually
review of
bored?
a new game from Tarsier Studios, the creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
I hate sand. I hate sand too. That's one thing I can relate with Anakin. I also hate sand.
Nothing lasts forever.
Whoa, what is that? What's happening to this poor lamb? This looks very creepy. I kind of like how this looks.
I thought you were dead.
Reanimal. I don't like the name. But I kind of liked how this game looked. Okay, that's one slightly positive
That was
thing.
Reanimal, the next big entry in the cozy game genre. Now, would you like to
Oh, this
discover
poor
different
lady. She's
content
trying
with
to be
Gamescom
funny.
and
Oh.
cool rewards? Well, meet Epi, the robot on our website RPG Gamescom Epics. Prove your nerd know-how, solve tricky puzzles, win prizes, gather trading cards.
Yeah, Starla, I hate it when it gets up your
jump from
ass.
level to level until the
That's the
final
worst.
boss spawns. Scan the QR code below and the adventure can begin.
Everyone in the audience is UPQ, yeah.
Open world adventure.
Yeah, everyone is
Today,
expecting like a
Genshin
big,
Impact
big
is
thing,
unveiling
right?
More about the 6th Nation of Natlan, which will be released on August 28th. And we also have some news about
They can call the
when
game Quiet
game
Place.
will be coming to Xbox.
Yeah, I think she's cute. I don't know who she is. I don't know if I'm supposed to know who she is, but she's pretty cute. I just feel bad. She's trying so hard to entertain the audience that it's very evident that the audience is kind of bored at this point. Because they're getting inundated with crap they don't care about. Like this. Like this could be another JRPG that might be fun, right? Oh man, now it looks like Pokemon. All right, you lost me there. Well, Star-Lord, as soon as you can learn the 3 shell system, you have to let me know the secret, because I'm going to be completely lost. What did the tickets cost for this show? I have no idea. Oh, this is Genshin Impact. Oh. Never played it.
There you go, Genshin Impact, and also coming to
Okay, just now, didn't he look concerned? It looks like in his head, he was trying to formulate, how can I win the audience back? How can I win the audience back?
Incredible booth. But now, to tell us more and show us more, please welcome to the Gamescom ONL stage, Ryozo Tujimoto from Capcom. Ryozo-san.
Arnold, your little sister plays Genshin? Vicon, I think we have another hour for this presentation.
はい、ドイツの皆様、配信をご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。今日は、モンスターハンターワイルズの最新の映像を持ってきました。まずは、この、時間を作っていただきましたジェフさん、本当にありがとうございます。
Hello to all of my friends in Germany and to the millions watching around the globe.
I would love to see the new God of War,
Jeff has
Arnold.
invited me to the opening night live stage so I can share a new Monster Hunter Wilds trailer with everyone.
今日のですね、今回ですね、ゲームズコンでは、初のプレイアブル出展も行っています。今後ですね、世界の、いろんな様々な地域で、このようなプレイアブルの出展も、考えていますので、そちらも期待していただけたらと思います。それでは最新の映像をご覧ください。
Vicon, you're going to read Plagueis' book? I think reading that book might be more entertaining than what we've been seeing so far. If I'm to be completely honest. Somebody called Rob Schneider. Star-Lord got sand up his ass. Arnold, you hate Monster Hunter? I don't mind it so much. I mean, this one actually looks interesting to me. Especially with the updated current gen graphics. See, this looks fascinating. This looks actually really good. But my only problem with the Monster Hunter games is that after a while, especially like this style of Monster Hunter game, it does sometimes feel repetitive after you've been playing it for several hours. Because there's another thing I don't really like, and that's grinding. I hate grinding for stuff in games.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator.
I would love a Lord of the Rings game that is similar to like Shadows of Mordor, something like that. Like that game was pretty cool. All right, Vicon, we'll be here, or I'll be here when you come back. See, look how great this looks with like the current gen graphics. This looks so beautiful. Like really, really nicely done. But I know myself, after I play this for 10 hours, I'm going to feel like, all right, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. But I like the look of this. It looks really good. That's cute. He needs a solid story. I totally agree.
Danger.
Can you remember where everyone was waiting for Gollum and they completely... Oh man, Gollum. That game.
Treasure.
What a hot mess that game was.
Secret.
destiny.
And what is it now? That's another new trend that's happening a lot now. It's like a lot of collaborations, games and other IPs. Like I don't even know what Naraka is. SNK. The true Queen of Fighters. Why is she getting her own game? That would be different. This is the new King of Fighters game that's coming out, right? That actually looks just like Street Fighter. Like the new Street Fighter. Those are some really nice looking assets. Something to pull me in the universe and feel like I'm part of it. Yeah. Oh, this looks good. If this is that mech game that we saw during the Summer Games Fest, this actually looks good. Even though it looks like just a bunch of Gundams, like they ripped off Gundam. But this looks like they're just chaotic. I like this. Look at with his big penis gun. His crotch rocket. Lord of the Rings, where you can delete Rings of Power. Everyone's a winner. Ouch. Tekken on PSP? Which Tekken was that? Like the original Tekken? Yeah, I don't know. I like the look of this game. This game looks like that would be a lot of fun to play.
That was a new look at Mecha Break, the multiplayer mech game. Okay, next we have something exciting for fans of Monument Valley, the beautiful twisted puzzle game that we all played about a decade ago when it was released in 2014. Well, tonight we are revealing Monument Valley 3 coming later this year from Us 2 in London and Netflix Games. I played this. It is an absolutely beautiful, stunning game, and we've got your first look right now.
And once again, the audience goes to sleep. Good job. Good job, Jeff. Yes, the original. Yeah, the original Tekken is such a classic. All right, I'm not even going to pay attention too much to this. Just, you kind of lost me at this one. Quick reminder to everyone watching live, would greatly appreciate if you hit that like button. I know a lot of people here will be very happy if you did so. I don't know what they're doing. This kind of sucks. You know? To be completely honest, like, what, maybe one or two things I was a little bit like, oh, that's cool. But man, what is going on here?
Monument Valley 3 drops exclusively on Netflix December 10th, 2024. Now, first released in 1991, Civilization is one of the gaming industry's
see, I hope they have like a
franchises.
nice ramp up towards the end where it's just like banger after
we
banger
are
after
revealing
banger.
gameplay of
Banger after
Civilization 7
banger.
for the first time. To tell us more, please welcome Ed Beach from Firaxis Games.
I respect Civilization and those who play it. I think it is a fascinating game.
Thank you, Shox.
It's just not my kind of game.
It's hard to believe that
But I do respect the accomplishments and achievements that these guys have done with this.
game. So we're incredibly honored to be here tonight at Gamescom talking about Civilization 7. Civ 7.
Could you imagine, Arnold, just to make it up for everyone? All right, everyone here gets a free cheesesteak sandwich. Sorry this presentation was ass.
Firaxis has ever made. Everything from its new gameplay features to its gorgeous new art style is designed to immerse you in your own journey through history. Please join us after opening night live on the Firaxis Game Twitch channel for our official gameplay showcase, where we'll deep dive into what's new in Civ 7 and finally reveal our new in-game narrator.
Someone has a thumbnail of a guy aiming his shotgun at his motorcycle because Harley Davidson went woke. What's he doing, a Kid Rock? When Kid Rock started shooting up all the Bud Lights, only to find out months later or years later that his tours were sponsored by Bud Light or something like that. Yeah, people are funny.
A game that was created during a time when we were just discovering what games could be.
They should do that. Bring back the full motion video into Civilization. Because I remember those days. That would be hilarious if they did that. Again, these games are really amazing. The things you could do with these games, and now with the current generation of graphics, they look so good. But it's not for me. I don't have the time to get lost into building like these dominions and these kingdoms and all of these things. But look how awesome it is. And I've seen other people's creations when playing games like this. It's so amazing. Yeah, T, I'm right there with you. I am, like I said, I respect this, and I'm always in awe with what they can do with these type of games. It's just I won't be able to sit down and just play these because, you know what we do need? We need a current generation roller coaster tycoon. Now that I'll mess with. I love me some roller coaster tycoon. Yeah. Yeah, if I were to play a game like that, I need 3 months where I don't do anything but play that game.
We've been asking ourselves.
Yeah, if he's point blank, aiming the shotgun at the bike, yeah, that's not going to end well at all. But then again, people are funny. This is Starfield. Wait, did I hear that? Did I hear just someone whisper in my ear, space? Jesus? What's happening? Alright, that might be copyright music, so I'm gonna mute this for a bit. But if they're adding, like, mobile vehicles in Starfield now, whoa, with boosters? That's pretty amazing. Wow. Oh, free update tonight? That actually might get me to boot up Starfield again. That actually looks pretty decent. I have to say, it looks pretty decent.
Starfield news for you and a confirmation of the expansion Shattered Space that is coming out on September 30th. Now it's time for an exclusive update.
It is Series X. Yeah, I wish you could play it, Star-Lord. You might actually like it.
Games and Marvel games. Tonight at ONL, we're revealing 2 new heroes who are joining the game with a first look at their gameplay.
Arnold, that's a very awesome thing to say, man. I am very grateful and happy about the same thing too, man. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you meet the right community, you know? What's going on, Raycat? How you doing? Cloud gaming actually works decently, Starlord, if you have a very good connection. But if you don't, I've tried it before, and visually it does suffer for the games. We're not quite there yet where it's seamless like streaming movies. Well, we're getting closer, so... This is Rivals, which I have no interest in playing. Instead of Rivals, I just wish they made another Ultimate Alliance. Yeah. It's freaking Marvel Overwatch. It's Marvel Overwatch. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure people are gonna love playing this. December, huh? All right. Right? T? Give us another Ultimate Alliance. Come on. The last one was so much
sure
fun.
Everyone who played the beta wanted to know Marvel Rivals will launch on December 6th, 2024. Now, Gamescom always strives to help the environment, and the event runs on 100%
Open world
renewable
Star Trek
energy,
game?
is climate
I mean, I
friendly,
feel like
thanks
that
to
is like
ongoing measures to
primed
reduce
for a
CO2
good
emissions.
open
Exhibitors
world type of
participate in
game.
the Gamescom
The Star
Proposed
Trek
Green
universe?
Initiative by reusing their booth builds or avoiding single.
I mean, I'm not like a major Star Trek fan, but I'm pretty sure a lot of a lot of Trekkies out there would love an open world Star Trek game.
2020, thanks to all of your engagement. And all of you can still help, of course. You can plant your tree in the Gamescom forest today.
So it wants an Avengers game that's more grounded.
Of the Gamescom
Captain America after being kicked out of the
This award
Avengers.
celebrates an organization in the global game
I was talking
industry
about that
committed to
Avengers game that came out,
and the environment.
and
The award, please welcome back Lisa
me and my
Ryan
friends, we agreed that the campaign, the single player campaign, was actually pretty good, but when it came to the multiplayer stuff, it really just suffered and so badly executed. It was such a shame.
Pleasure, Lisa. And in case some people don't know and need a quick refresher, Lisa represents.
He said he'd play
an alliance of gaming organizations
open world
committed
Star Trek
to taking
game,
climate action under the official umbrella of the United Nations. So how are things, Lisa?
right?
Things are going great, thank you. With 3.3 billion people around the world playing video games, we encourage everyone to make a difference.
Is that true?
wherever possible.
3.3 billion people? Where did they get that number from?
So much. So do you have any tips for our players on supporting this great initiative?
Yes, definitely. It's as easy as remembering to set up energy-saving modes to avoid unnecessary energy consumption, or switching to renewable
An open world Matrix game?
electricity services at home.
Didn't they already have that?
Carbon footprint.
I don't think it did that well, right?
Absolutely, every bit helps. Those are
Or do
great
something in the
tips.
Tron
I
universe?
utilize some of those myself, and I hope a lot more people will. But now let's celebrate some of the amazing work already done. By
SpongeBob Remastered?
That would be happy to do that. Anyone can set ambitious decarbonization targets, but delivering on that goal and turning it into emission reductions.
All right, calm down, Arnold.
And actionable plan.
Arnold's losing it.
It's possible to deliver ambition with execution across.
Oh,
the
that's
board.
counting mobile too? Well, then that makes sense
This
then.
year's winner of the
Yeah.
Gamescom Sustainability Award is Tencent Games. And here to accept the award is Brand Irvine, the vice chairman of Tencent Games.
Now, if they did a Matrix game like that, what was that tech demo they did with Unreal Engine? I want a Matrix game like that. That would be fascinating.
On behalf of Tencent Games, how honored we are to receive this award. You know, Tencent Games encompasses a lot of things. You know, everything from in-house studios like Timmy, global studios like Shark Mob, to our global publishing arm, Level Infinite. What they all share is a commitment to operating our business in a sustainable
SpongeBob Remastered is an
committed
actual
to
thing?
carbon neutrality by 2030, and really want to thank all of our studios, all of our partners, but most of all
Where
of our
do you
players.
play it
Your
on?
support is essential
Any console?
to helping us drive our efforts to have positive change within the industry. Thanks again, and back to the games.
Congratulations, Tencent and Brent Irvin.
Tencent. Those guys are like everywhere. PS5?
But that is not our
Huh.
only award. Everyone here and at home.
And you
can
say
vote
it's
for their
really
favorite
good?
Games playable at Gamescom in this year's Gamescom Awards. You can visit Gamescom now to help decide the winner.
Path of Neo needs to be a
Voting will
remake.
only be open
I wouldn't
until
mind that.
Thursday, August 22nd at 2 p.m. and
I feel like the
awards will then be
Matrix
celebrated
IP is kind of
Friday at 2 p.m. at Gamescom Studio. Back to you,
it's
Jeff.
kind of
Thank you, Sean.
damaged
You're
at the
doing a great
moment,
job
no?
tonight.
Because the
All
last
right.
movie didn't get a
We
good
got something
reception.
really special for you. Please welcome Deadpool director, creator of Love, Death, and Robots, and the co-founder of Blur Studio, Tim Miller.
It's Tim Miller, everybody.
Thank you, Jeff. Blur Studio has been making cinematics for over 30 years now. That means classics like Quake, Star Wars, Warhammer, Call of Duty, and dozens more. And we do this because we fucking love video.
Whoa! F-bomb drop. We got kids watching, man.
We see hundreds and hundreds of comments from the fans, like, why don't we see a movie like this? Or why can't we
Very
have a
funny to
series
stream
like
it.
this? And we
I may have to check that out, Arnold.
which is why we are so excited to share this series with you. 15 original episodes created in collaboration with Amazon Studios and the publishers and developers of some of the world's greatest games. I'm talking new titles, existing games, indies, and classics. So we've been working on this show for 3 years. I get a little upset, choked up, sorry.
Wait a minute.
I cry a lot. Sorry.
Okay, congratulations to you, but are we talking about a show or a game right now?
All right. We've been working on it for 3 years, and I'm very emotional because I'm so excited. And it's finally time. So please enjoy the world premiere teaser of Secret Level.
Aww. Aww.
It is our love letter to games. And you can watch the series on Amazon Prime Video on December 10th. Not too far now. So enjoy. Thank you.
Because it looks like it's a series that has episodes that feature a lot of game universes. Right? And it looks pretty damn awesome. That might be something I would be interested in watching. That looks fantastic. He says looks pretty damn sweet. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised on how good that looks. Oh, Arnold, you sent me something on Insta? Okay, I'll check it out later. Yeah, Path of Neo was a pretty good game. I do agree. I mean, at least I had fun with it. I don't know what I would think about it if I actually sat down and went to revisit it now, but at the time I thought it was fun. It was entertaining. The Last of Us 3? I have probably not. My bet is on no.
Play it day one with Game Pass. The tower is the only
Last year's Gamescom was different, Arnold.
together.
I'm assuming better than what you're experiencing now.
We need to survive.
Powerborn. Eh. What's this, Sniper 55? They've made so many of those sniper games.
The conflict between the Alsara Guard and Havoc threatens the balance of the world. The Alsara
Scholar, are you
Guard
still talking about Path of the Neo?
sowing chaos wherever it roams.
You want to see Forza
But
6?
we are honed to strike
Delta
the
Force?
very
Maybe.
Havoc has cutting-edge technology, but is built on exploitation and suffering. United, we will plunge.
But if I'm going to be honest here, this kind of looks like previous gen.
To find a spark of peace. We
Oh, that's neat. But that's a cutscene, isn't it? That's not like in-game. Yeah, Delta Force. You were right, T. You guessed correctly.
Which we are announcing is coming to Steam Next Fest in October in advance of its early access release later this year. All right, let's head back to the Middle Ages for a new look at Kingdom Come Deliverance.
It helped
2,
you enhance
this
your
authentic
reflexes and time
rendition
reaction.
of 15th century
Path of the
Bohemia
Neo.
as an action
I could see that.
role-playing game.
I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, and if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
I intend to wage war, not parley. Everything all right, eh?
This is the new Kingdom Come game, right? I just got a notification this morning that the first Kingdom Come game on Xbox is on sale for like $4. I may have to check that out. I don't know. Did anyone play it? Is it worth it? Yeah, Arnold, I could imagine. I have my brother, one of my brothers, he served in the military too. And he can't watch any war movie or any movie with like that type of action in it because he has some PTSD.
I like that boy already.
The game is very pretty, this one. Kingdom Come 2. Deliverance. Slap that horse's ass.
During Gamescom. Now, last month, the ARPG Zenless Zone Zero was released from Hoyoverse, and now we've got the debut of a brand new area of New Eridu. Check it out.
What are we getting now? Oh. What's happening here? This is boring me. Star-Lord, everyone, quick announcement. Star-Lord is not the one. I'm saying Game of the Year would be Witcher 4 when it's coming out one day. As long as they don't have the same type of buggy problems like they had with Cyberpunk. I'm the one? Well, I am one of something. Oh, Knights of the Old Republic. T, I would love to see any update on that remaster that they're working on. That is something I would get super excited about.
I know her well. You do? I know all her deeds on the battlefield by heart. Such as when General Fei Xiao fought her way in and out of enemy ranks 7 times.
I free my mind all the time.
100 enemies.
When I'm sitting on the toilet. I definitely have one.
You're exaggerating. My mom told Look! In the form of a beast, rushing forward like lightning, General Fei Xiao shouted among the ruins!
Are you my master?
That's complete nonsense. Nonsense? I have even more impressive stories.
Where's the rope?
Little girl, do you know how to get to the seat of divine foresight?
Oh God, help me. What's happening here?
You blew it! Fuck off!
Come on, man. Show us something already. What the F is all this? See, another collaboration. Who cares? What the hell is going on in gaming? Jeff Keighley, damn you.
There's a fun little tease, and that was a new look at the space fantasy of Honkai Star
Oh.
a female general known for her prowess in martial arts. Okay, now we're heading to the Arkhamverse for Batman Arkham Shadow. It arrives later this year and is a completely new Arkham story exclusive to MetaQuest 3. I've played a demo of this.
Oh, it's a VR game?
Camouflage has done an incredible job bringing the world and combat into VR. And here is your first look at the actual gameplay, a gameplay trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
Great. A VR game that I'll only be able to play like 10 minutes of before I get sick. Awesome. It's not even from Rocksteady. So what do I care about this? Oh well. Enjoy, everybody who loves playing VR games.
Even if it consumes me.
Take the red pill. I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. You say you're more like Morpheus? I would say you're more like... I don't know.
Jim, this Rat King could be
I forgot all the name of the characters, so...
face in the crowd, a foot soldier in his own
I'll cancel whatever I was gonna say.
hell do we find him?
Why just VR? Yeah, I have no idea. VR is too expensive.
Civil servants, public officials.
Take the blue pill and continue to sit on the toilet. I'm telling you, that's where I free my mind mostly. And my bowels. Speaking of freeing my bowels, I feel like I want to free my bowels all over this show.
Something big's going down tonight.
We repress our rage, our fears. It feeds the shadow deep inside us.
You're everything that's wrong with Gotham! I'm done holding back.
Can I take the blue pill now so that I can forget what I'm watching? Yeah, maybe.
Bring the Rat King to you.
Become the Night on VR. Coming to MetaQuest 3. And fuck PS2 VR, because no one cares about that shit no more.
During this week of games, and this weekend the heart of
You know who's not buzzing? The audience right now, because everyone is disappointed.
Gamescom City Festival. There will be great music on 3 stages in the city center of Cologne on both days with another 100,000 guests. Now, if you haven't been there yet, you should definitely go and check it out. That is what's happening in Cologne, and also people from more than
I am the blue pill.
But Gamescom
Then somebody eat me already.
and I have good news. Gamescom
Somebody
is heading to
swallow
other
me up.
continents. The first Gamescom LATAM took place in June and exceeded all of our expectations with over 100,000 fans immersed in the gaming universe. It was a fantastic show, and next year it's going to be even bigger.
Oh, Gamescom's going to Brazil?
Gamescom Asia returns this October. You can join in on the fun and the entertainment.
Yay!
All about the games, the stage shows, cosplay, and much, much more.
So everyone else can be bored with the piss poor announcements. Spread the love.
Now, who is ready for another world premiere?
I think the audience is asleep.
Here at ONL, here
Arnold,
is
your
a
mother
new
said that
look at
you're
Little
something
Nightmares.
special. Maybe it's a mixture of both. That's a great question, T. Where is the Wolverine game? After the leaks and all that, did they just have a hard time with it, or... I don't know. I would love to see any update on that. Wait a minute. This looks exactly like that other game we just saw. Reanimal? Is it just me, or doesn't this look like Reanimal? But like maybe different scenery. Little Nightmares. 3. I can't believe they made 3 of them. Good for them. A lot of gamers are turning to indie titles of late. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because I feel like indie games are more exciting than the AAA stuff we're getting these days. I think it's going to be like that for the next couple of years. I think indie games are going to be more and more popularized until these studios can finally figure out what they need to do and what they're trying to do with this current generation. Because this current generation has been very disappointing. As you could see in this presentation, Summer Games Fest, there's just not much going on outside of the indie world, to be honest. I don't understand. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. Yeah, there are a lot of great indie games. I am not the Reanimal? Okay, that's good to know, Star-Lord. Thank you. After 2 hours, I finally defeated the boss. Which boss? In Wukong? Oh, this is... Wait. This is a herd... Oh, yeah. It's a herding game.
Like that one? That's a beautiful game. Herdling from Panic. Share that with you tonight. All right, Gamescom, we have a special guest here. I grew up playing his games, and many of you did too. Titles like Populous, Dungeon Keeper, Magic Carpet, Theme Park, Black and White, and Fable. And tonight, he's here to reveal his brand new game, which he's secretly been working on for the past 3 years. Please join me, Gamescom, in welcoming to ONL, Peter Molyneux.
Wow. Haven't seen this guy in a minute. I really thought it was going to be Hideo Kojima, because we all know that this guy has a huge heart-on for that guy. So there's still time. We may still see him pop up on stage. I don't know.
Yes, Peter. He's amazing. This is so fun. So a couple months ago, you and I had lunch in London. I was like, what are you working on? You're like, well, I've actually been working on a game for a number of years. You've kept very quiet about it. You really wanted to let the game speak for itself. But tell us about Masters of Albion.
Right. So after messing around on mobile, what the hell was I doing? I thought to myself, I need to come home. I need to come home to PC and console. So I've looked at Dungeon Keeper. I've taken some things that I've wanted to explore further with Dungeon Keeper. I've done the same with Black and White. I've taken things from Black and White. I've done the same with Fable.
I remember playing Black and White quite a bit when that first came out. I've never played Fable, though.
You funded this project yourself. You put together a team of a lot of veterans from those games.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first realization is I needed to bring the old team back together again. So I'm working with people like Mark Healy and Russell Shaw and Ian Wright, the people that helped on and create
Master Proper.
Dungeon Keeper and Fable. Anyway, let's have a look at Masters of Albion.
All right, here's the world premiere.
Fable's great. Yeah, I know. I actually have Fable on my queue list.
This is Masters,
like my want to play list on Game Pass. Especially since I'm liking the look of the new one that they're working on, so I may have to just go back.
Vast world with
Is the sound gone?
quests, treasures, and monsters.
Doesn't look like I'm having a problem on my end. Is everyone having problems with the sound or no?
By day, you're tasked with building the town up, gaining resources, and earning money. By night, your town will be attacked by many of Albion's
The sound is low?
You can design anything. The food that people eat, the clothes they wear, the weapons they use, the armor they fight with. There is a strategy behind every creation. I can even feed them rats.
Is the sound still low now, guys?
My town's working hard to make that food.
I'm good. Okay.
I can help out.
If they're working on a new Pokemon game, I have no idea. PQ, if you're still here, are they working on a new Pokemon game? PQ is like the biggest Pokemon player I know,
Also design,
personally.
customize, and create all buildings.
Yeah, Peter Molyneux loves builders. He loves making builder games like this. Like world creation builders, like that's his thing, you know? So I'm not surprised that we're seeing this again. But you have to admit, it looks great. Oh, look at that. You could actually switch to third person? Now that's new. That's different.
And now it's time to fight. My hero's getting overwhelmed. Let's switch back to God mode and unleash some real power. Okay, we survived the night. Now, let's design a better weapon for my hero. You can be as silly as you want, but bread sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna build myself a bread sword. Oh no, that poor guy. We were just fucking around. Ah!
Masters of Albion, an open world god game full of combat, choices, mystery.
Yeah, these type of games are very time consuming.
It's available to wishlist on Steam now.
It does look fun though. I do agree. Oh boy. Everyone get ready. Here's the Squid Games game. See, now this looks like just another like Fall Guys ripoff. Star-Lord, yay, a snuff game. As I get older, I get more in a rush. Yeah, T, I think that Peter Molyneux game, I think that has no story, really. It doesn't seem like it.
I've been here before. In the fold. Countless times.
Is this full motion video or is this CG? Because this looks very lifelike.
Who I might become. All possible futures existing in motion. It is time to awaken.
Oh, this is that game where she could like project herself. The idea and concept behind this is actually pretty cool. I'm just really curious how it's actually gonna feel when you play it. But I kind of like how this looks. At least it's something different, you know? Squid Game is just like dating life, only one makes it. So I was saying I always wanted to manipulate poor people to kill each other in a game.
And it is my duty, my journey.
Yeah, I like to take time too, T. Yeah, if I gel really well with the story, I will take my time with that for sure. I'm the same way. But there's those things, those type of games are so few and far in between now. Arena Breakout Infinite? Is this another free service game or something? Oh my god, there's just nothing exciting. QuakeCon, you're back, Acolyte, soon. Let's see, how long have we been going on now for this? Maybe like another 10 more minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Your favorite shooter game story is from Battlefield 3? I don't even remember that one.
Arena Breakout Infinite is now available in early access with the full release coming at the end of the year. Now, over the years, Blizzard has been a big part of Gamescom history, and this week we are thrilled to welcome them back for the first time
The
since
train mission.
2019. And to tell us more, here's the
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, no, that was good. I do remember that. That was really good.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to Gamescom.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. On behalf of Blizzard, this is such a massive moment, but it's such a special time to be sharing it here with everyone at Gamescom, and we're just really honored and grateful to be here.
Well, we're very glad to have you guys back, and I know you got a big booth with Xbox, right?
We do, yes, and come on by if you're here all week long. We're proud of it. But it's also a particularly big moment for Warcraft. We have celebrations and anniversaries galore across Hearthstone, across Rumble, and of course, a very big milestone for World of Warcraft this year.
Yes, speaking of World of Warcraft, The War Within, its global launch is coming up very soon this month, right?
Yes, it is, and we're just days away from the global launch of The War Within. August 26th, it's go time for that, and in 2 days, we'll actually open up early access for players, so we're psyched about it. Come on in and join. And I just want to say it's masterful work.
I'm in love with those pants.
The World Soul Saga
Those are some
opens
very
up such
fascinating
ambitious
pants you
creative
got on.
territory for us, arguably some of the most ambitious we've ever seen since WoW initially released 20 years ago. And we can't wait to embark on it. and
World
share
of
with players.
Warcraft.
Yeah,
Is it 10 years already since that game's been out? This iteration.
As you said, there's so many Warcraft anniversaries, Blizzard anniversaries, Warcraft anniversaries. How can players be a part?
QuakeCon. So this is
Yeah, there's a
Gamescom.
ton of
This is
ways
the
we're gonna be
opening
able to
night,
celebrate, so we definitely hope
kind
that
of
you join us.
launch
There will be
showcase.
in-game events that commence in October, so there will
Think
be
of
more
it like
details on
E3
that, but
if you're
players will be
familiar
able
with the
to
video game
earn
industry,
really cool in-game
but they're in
rewards,
Germany.
and
So
we'll be
it's like
finding
an
some creative
international
ways to
version
celebrate the
of
history of
what they would
Azeroth
what you would call like an E3 presentation.
also
But
be on the lookout
it is really
for
just
our very
all
first Warcraft
game
event,
trailers,
where the
game
team will learn more in the coming
announcements,
months
people
on
talking
all the
about their
things going on
upcoming
within the
games, things like
Warcraft
that.
universe.
Okay, well that's exciting. Now I was
And
wondering
as we're
about,
finding out
the other
with
Blizzard
this
teams, are they
year,
gonna get in and
it's
celebrate
mostly
the
boring.
anniversaries too?
They are. There'll be some nice surprises along the way, but I do want to shout out tonight the Overwatch 2 team. They've been doing some amazing
I would love to
work
see her
to
break
show
dance.
their
She'll probably
honoring
be
of
better
World
than
of
that
Warcraft
Australian
and the
break
legacy
dancer.
that it brings. There'll be a new collab
Then
in
Raygun.
September. We wanted to
Yeah,
share
let's go
tonight
Raygun.
with all of you a sneak peek of the very first new skin. It's Widowmaker, and she's embracing her allegiance for the Horde as Sylvanas Windrunner.
Wait,
So
they're
be on
doing
the lookout for
collaboration with
details from the
Overwatch and World of Warcraft? Come
Thanks for
on.
bringing a little scoop along with you. That's fantastic. Now let's move to another
Again,
franchise
didn't I
that
say
just
that's
has
the
a
trend
big
now?
year.
Is these collaborations for all these things?
On October 8th. Yes. We are super excited for the Vessel of Hatred, and we're even more excited that here at Gamescom this week will be the chance to have the first ever live hands-on experience with our very new Spiritborn class. It's beautiful. It's awesome to play, and it's definitely a key part of what makes the Vessel of Hatred.
I actually started playing Diablo 4 like about a month
special
ago,
with you as well.
very slowly.
Look at our mercenary companions. So
And
take a look
I've been
on behalf
digging
of the
it
Vessel
so
of
far. I know my friends who play Diablo 4 are very excited for this upcoming update. So let's do The Last of Us and Pokemon. I wish.
Suffering. Desolation.
Can they collaborate with my toilet paper? Ah, nice one.
However,
that's a good one.
Have taken a different path. Bound by secrecy, ready to stand and fight for those who seek us out. My shield is your protection. There was a time we fought the vilest of sanctuary.
You fools get uglier and uglier.
Until we were left with only our inner demons. But the return of hatred has
You know,
pulled
it's
us back
very
into the light.
standard Blizzard protocol. Anytime they have something new to announce, it has to be a full-on CG movie trailer.
We cannot escape who we
Like
are.
whether it's like this or just full CG. I just always remember my times going to E3 back in the day and just standing right by the Blizzard booths just so I could see their giant screen of all the CG trailers that they put together. At least here now they're finally showing some gameplay footage.
See it. Shoot it. Strength in numbers.
I am your guardian.
I am your redemption.
I am your vengeance.
I am your goat simulator.
We are the pale hand, and we are the reason you need never fight alone.
I think people out there regret being there. Well, I'm sure
Looks great. Thanks for the sneak peek.
Of course.
being there to actually have hands-on with a lot of the games, I'm sure that's where the excitement is, right? It's definitely not this opening night thing.
Are so proud that Diablo 4 is the type of game that has something.
I'm your daddy.
And in Vessel of Hatred, it's no exception. We are hard at work at adding new ways to play and new ways to grow in power, like mercenaries. Ordinary people with extraordinary skills that you can hire to fight alongside you in your battle against hell. We're also adding the Kurast Undercity, an all-new multi-layered dungeon that gives you the control on the types of challenges you're going to see, as well as the rewards you may get. And we also have the Dark Citadel, our brand
Who's
new
your daddy
co-op
and what does he do?
PvE dungeon that challenges everything you know about combat in Diablo through a gauntlet of multiplayer puzzles and mechanics. We're talking about all
We
of
all
it
work hard,
right
but this
here
is
at
bullshit.
Gamescom. And so stay tuned if you want to see all the things that you're going to see in Vessel of Hatred launching October 8th. And I hope to see every single one of you on the floor all the way through the show. So thank you very much. See you on the floor.
Hey Arnold, how long is Gamescom? How many days is it
All right,
usually?
now we're heading to the hardcore action role-playing world of the first Berserker Kazan, set for 2025 release.
This looks fascinating, this game. This is actually something I would love to play when it comes out.
To PC and console, let's witness the chaos that awaits.
You see how loud he just got there? He's really trying so hard to like pump up the crowd because he knows he's losing them. He knows he's losing the audience.
Who defeated the beast will tear into the neck of the aged lion.
For years, I faced
Chaos is still waiting. Arnold, is it really that long? It's like almost a month long, Gamescom? That's awesome.
Was betrayal.
Oh yeah, I'm all about this, man. This looks great. In a way, it looks like a very like modern anime.
Will pay for this. Join me, Blade Phantom, and I will help you.
Yeah, boy. Let's go. Look at this. Ooh. Oh yeah. I'm all about this. This looks fantastic. That looks really cool. Okay, what's happening here now? What is this? Why are you gonna give us something like cool like that and then you're gonna like transition into something that looks... What are you trying to do here? Oh, help me. Help me.
Your choices will remake the world. And every turn becomes an opportunity to triumph.
I believe this classical song is public domain, right? I think.
It's your world now.
Wait a minute. Arnold, you can't be serious. Are you serious? Arnold said that he knows someone who had sex at Gamescom with a Chewbacca costume. Is that right? What goes on at Gamescom? You are serious? Oh man. That is wild. Okay. Well, there you have it. A mobile game. Yay. Darker and darker. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Dark and Darker Mobile is now available for global pre-registration. Now from NetEase Games, this next trailer is a new life simulation game where players can travel among super-powered worlds to craft their island and engage with...
You couldn't believe it until... Wait. There was a photo for you to actually prove that it actually happened? Oh man. Starlord has a very good question. Does Chewbacca's carpet match the drapes? Oh look, it's another game that Paul would love. PQ, make sure you wish list this game now. This is another one for PQ there. Ow, that hurt. Pycon saying Chewbacca costume is crazy though. How did... you know what? I shouldn't ask. I have a lot of questions. I definitely have a lot of questions. Maybe for another stream. Germany is different. Oh, I know that. I do know that. You guys are wild over there. I love it though. Yeah, that's I can relate. That's exactly how I feel after watching this so
All
far.
right, we got another game to show you, which will take you on an epic global adventure. Indiana Jones.
Here we go.
Circle. Check this out.
Finally, something I'm interested in.
What if I told you there was a connection between ancient cultures around the world? A great circle. Does it exist? Is it the key to some lost power? That's up to you to uncover. I'm Troy Baker, and I play Indy. It's humbling playing a character that's so...
Oh, that's the motion capture guy? Oh, that's awesome.
As a kid, seeing Indiana Jones in the theater for the first time was a defining moment for me. And I never would have guessed that all these years later, I would
Zipper.
be the one wearing
Arnold, I love how you knew exactly what I was going to ask
It's been a
you.
dream come true. A dream that I cannot wait for you to live for yourself.
Ficon, I think Arnold actually explained this to me the other day. A lot of people treat Gamescom like a comic book convention. So a lot of people show up in cosplay.
And the thrill of finding every clue. Indy is such a unique character. Professor, an archaeologist, a brawler, an explorer, the quintessential all-around.
I don't know, maybe I'm just such a huge Indiana Jones fan. I think this looks fantastic.
Indiana Jones adventure.
Am I the only one who thinks that way?
Artifacts, cunning villains, ancient discoveries, hard-hitting action. It's a world of constant danger where you've got to think on your feet to stay alive. The Great Circle spans the entire globe, from snake-filled jungle temples to scorpion-riddled desert tombs. Stunning open areas to
The landscapes and scenery, it looks fantastic.
And you'll get more than just the classic whip and revolver. Indy's journal and his camera will immerse you in the mystery.
Oh, I love the old school
providing extra
camera. That's
info
pretty
on
cool.
all of your finds, so you can appreciate all of the little historical details he obsesses over. And those details are your key to solving the ancient puzzles that hold the secrets you're after. But ancient secrets don't come easy. It's best to have an exit strategy. This is an incredible new way to experience Indiana Jones, and I can't wait for you to play it.
Ah, that looks great. That looks freaking
Doesn't
fantastic.
That look great? A world of mystery to explore.
That looks
But
fantastic.
you're probably wondering when the game
Chewbacca
comes out,
is a
right?
sexy beast, but I prefer Mala instead. Mala's more my style. It makes more sense now, Ficon. Oh, you were with the guy, Arnold?
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is
Oh,
coming
December
out
9th.
this December for Xbox Game Pass and PC. But there is one more
I'll be
thing
there.
that
I'll be
Machine
there.
Games and Bethesda
December
want to
9th.
share
Game
with
Pass,
you about
baby.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Stallard7 say I'll be coughing up hairballs all day. Oh yes. PS5 spring of 2025.
Games coming to PlayStation 5 in spring of 2025. All right, before we wrap up ONL, we do have
Not surprised. I knew that was
final
coming.
game announcement for you.
You know what's funny? Guess what kind of costume the woman had? Oh no. Oh no. I think that made it worse. Arnold said that the other participant in the act was dressed up as Baby Yoda.
Not exist among us.
Oofa.
Do you wish to commit
Like a Darth Talon is the best.
your life to this family?
Ooh. A new Mafia game. Okay.
I'm Nick Baines, president of Hangar 13. What you just saw
Arnold says I
was
can't see The
early
Mandalorian anymore.
the old country, a thrilling story.
You'll never
from
watch that series the
1960s
same again.
during the origins of the Mafia. We're going back to the roots of what fans love about the Mafia franchise, crafting a deep linear narrative with that classic mob movie feeling. Mafia's success is built on our players' passion for the franchise, and we're so proud to return to Mafia with the old country. We can't wait to show you all more. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, this is interesting timing because they just released the Mafia remasters, Mafia 1 and 2, I think, on Xbox Game Pass. So
December 12th, when the Game Awards streams live everywhere for our 10th anniversary show. It is going to be a very special night.
Oh,
give you a sense of
goody.
where games are going in the next decade. We don't want to say much now, but trust me, it's going to be a very special show. All right, well, thanks again to my co-host, Shocks. Didn't she do a great job?
what's her name?
Thank you so much, Jeff. It was really great to be here. I hope everyone had an
Why
amazing
did she take
time
off her
and
glasses? Oh, because she doesn't have to read the
German
prompter
too.
anymore.
Don't want to show you up, but vielen Dank, ihr Lieben. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet eine super, super Zeit und viel Spaß auf der Gamescom.
Well done, German, as opposed
Arnold,
to mine. I'm learning.
can
All
you
right.
translate
Thanks so
what
much,
that meant?
Shocks. Thanks to
What did
everyone.
she
Enjoy
say?
Gamescom. Have a great night.
It's over, guys. It's over. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was something. That was indeed something. My quick overall thoughts. Wow, that was terrible. I just have to be honest. That was just terrible. I don't blame them specifically. I think there's just nothing to show, unfortunately. It was a lot of like indie games, which is not a bad thing, but there was nothing that people were really excited for. Look, I'm gonna read. There's a chat summary for the stream right now. Viewers are react. Oh, they just removed it. What the hell? Oh man, I would have loved to see this whole summary. Anyway, yeah, it's what's going on, AKB? Yeah, you really didn't miss anything, to be honest with you. I mean, there was no reason to sit down and watch the 2 hours of this presentation. You could have easily waited until they clip out all the separate trailers, and then you could have just watched. You could have just a la carte it because it's just. It was not exciting. The audience felt lifeless. There wasn't any major. The big surprise they had at the beginning of the show was the Borderlands 4 was in the works, but that was already announced. And Jeff Keighley was like, "Oh, this is a bit of news that hasn't been leaked yet." Yeah, it was. So, the only thing I will say is that seeing new gameplay for that Berserker game was kind of cool. Seeing more Indiana Jones was fun. The big reveal of the release date. All right, that's cool, December. So I'm excited. No big surprise once again that that it's coming out on PlayStation 5 spring of next year. I was expecting that to happen. But right now, if you were to ask me what other stuff I saw that I was interested in, I couldn't tell you because I actually don't remember anything because nothing was worth remembering. It was just, I don't know. Mafia looks cool. I like the fact that they're working on a new Mafia game, But yeah. T says Mafia might be solid. Arnold says the best was Mafia. Arnold says AKB you didn't miss anything. T said it was weak. Starlet says nothing is over. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. But like I said, I think the whole idea for Gamescom, honestly, is it's nice to know that you'll have almost a month there in Germany to actually be there and play the games yourself. Whatever demos they have, whatever they allow you to play there. So I think that's kind of cool. But as far as like treating it like this mega E3 event, there was nothing worth again, sitting down and spending 2 hours to watch for. So, yeah, I mean, I think there were a lot of games that people were waiting and hoping for, but, you know, nothing happened. You know, like I see people saying, why no new Astrobot? I know earlier people were saying, oh, it would have been nice to see God of War. See, people in the chat over there are saying worst Gamescom ever. People are asking, like, where are all the Sega titles? Like the Sega retro remakes? Starlord says, I'm interested in something else in games, something unheard of. Yeah, something like different, something new. I mean, I did like, now that I'm remembering, I did like some of the Starfield editions they're working on, like mobile transport vehicles that has boosters. That's kind of cool. And that it's available today as a free download for everybody. I think that's pretty cool. AKB just caught the end of Indiana Jones and Mafia Old Country, which seems like a very cool premise. Yeah. I mean, those look promising. Monster Hunter looks nice. But yeah, I would say out of the 2-hour presentation, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of it was actually like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. The rest was just rehashed of like your typical service games, your Fortnite clones, your Pokemon clones, your, all those things. It was just a lot of stuff we've already seen. A lot of builder games, with Civilization coming out and Peter Molyneux announcing the new game he's working on, which kind of switched things up with like builder / you could move into the third person mode to do battles and stuff. But yeah, nothing really worth creaming yourself over on.
I'm gonna come. You blew it!
So I'm saying my games are my games, not their kind of games. Yeah. So that's it. That's thank you for enduring the 2 hours of Gamescom. I really, really appreciate all the support and all you guys chiming in. I love the conversations all throughout. All right, I promised Arnold I was going to check this trailer out. After I check out this trailer, I'm also going to I need to talk about this whole Acolyte situation with Star Wars. So hold on. Let me pull up this trailer because I did make a promise. Oh, this is like an old movie. This is like a Nickelodeon movie? Will I even get copyright striked on this? Vicon says, I want BF3, nothing else. Is that Battlefield? Wait. Oh, Star Wars Battlefield 3? Is that what you're talking about? That would be nice. That would be nice if that was something that they were announcing. What did I say Battlefield? I meant Battlefront. Yeah. Yeah, it says it best player trailer. It's a Nickelodeon movie. All right. Let me check it out. Let's see. This is I made Arnold a promise I was going to check this out. And then we'll talk about all the Star Wars nonsense happening. Yeah, I can't believe they canceled it either, Vicon. It's such a shame.
In the world of competitive video gaming, there are two major players. This is Quincy.
This looks like Spy Kids.
That's impossible. Is Prodigy.
Prodigy. This is like Ready Player One before Ready Player One.
The ultimate title is up for grabs.
Grand prize, $175,000.
But if he wants to win first place,
It's very similar to like the Wizard too.
Blow it up.
He'll have to do whatever it takes.
This is your new teacher, Dr. Johnson.
You?
What time is it? It's chicken time! Dr. Johnson!
Let the games begin.
Oh my.
It's Jerry Trainer versus Jeanette McCurdy.
That's how I roll.
In the battle
So
to be
those two
best
people are
player.
from iCarly, because I never watched iCarly. That was already after my time, after my childhood. Wow, interesting.
Stop.
I could see why that would be something you would like, especially if you grew up during that era of Nickelodeon, watching those type of shows. I never watched iCarly, but I think at that time, if I saw something like that, that could be something interesting, because it reminds me a little bit of The Wizard, that Fred Savage movie, you know, where they all went to the Nintendo competition and they all played Super Mario Bros. 3. It has some similarities now to like Ready Player One. I'm not saying the movie is fun. I don't know. It does. I could see how that could look fun. It also looks like Spy Kids in a way. Icon saying, why couldn't DICE sell Battlefront 2 and let new developers make updates? I'm still so mad, even though it was years ago. I just think it's frustrating how a lot of these people manage properties, you know, which kind of goes along with, you know, what I want to say about Star Wars, because it's so disappointing with what's happening with that property, you know. And you know, if you're all okay with this, I want to move on to, because there's nothing really much more to talk about Gamescom. I just think it was a major disappointment, and the gaming industry right now is kind of messed up. I think nobody knows what they're doing. This current generation is confusing, and I think it's gonna be like this for the next couple of years, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think we're gonna be able to see any new innovations or interesting things until maybe even the next generation. It feels like we're definitely in a transition period, which is upsetting and disappointing, right? So it's too bad. It's unfortunate. Arnold saying, if you want to see it, tell me how you feel about it. I hope you look at it. Yeah, I may check it out if I have the chance. I would need to find where I could watch it. Maybe, Nickelodeon, that's a Paramount thing, right? I'll see if I could find a way, Arnold. I'll let you know. You thought, Star-Lord, you thought it was a game about feet? Well. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's... We'll end the stream on this topic of conversation here. And that is the announcement that came out last night that the Acolyte Season 2 is not moving forward anymore with Lucasfilm. Okay. First of all, I have a bone to pick with a lot of the journalists, a lot of the people online. Everyone's saying that the Acolyte was canceled. It was never promised or renewed for a second season. Leslie Headland, the showrunner, creator, I think co-writer or whatever, when she first talked about the Acolyte, she approached this season as a one-off season. She said she kept things slightly open with possibilities if there were ever going to be future seasons, you know. But then when you watch the show, they definitely left things open, and I felt like it was kind of a wasted moment to introduce a character that everyone has been waiting for, only to have it wasted on a show that's not moving forward anymore. And why is it not moving forward? Is it because Disney, the company, and Lucasfilm, they're shying away and backing up from all the criticism online, the discourse online and all that stuff? You know, and it bothers me because now in the landscape of streaming, and it's not just Disney who's doing this. Like, we see Netflix do this. We see other streaming companies, they do this. they don't allow TV shows to build up the audience and build up the fan base. They're in it for such quick gains and quick things here and there, you know, and it's really frustrating because if you remember back in the day, you know, when a new show comes out, you got to allow it at least a season or two in order for people to think that, you know, whether or not they want to continue watching this show or not. If you all remember the X-Files first season was not a great season, but they allowed it to give it a chance. They allowed it to, like, you know, kind of marinate with the audience and build up a fan base. And then it became one of the most popular shows on television. Breaking Bad was not like a major show in its first 2 seasons. You know what made it big was Netflix. The minute Breaking Bad made it on Netflix and people were able to actually watch it, that's when people started realizing that this was a fantastic show. Could you imagine if they decided after the first season, you know what, this show's not doing that well, let's just cancel it, or let's not renew it for future seasons? What a wasted opportunity. Now, I'm not saying, and I'm not defending the Acolyte Season 1 because there were problems with the first season. And I've made them very clear during my weekly reviews of the show. But there were a lot of things there that I actually did appreciate, especially since we were finally getting a storyline that was so separated from the Skywalker storyline, from everything that we are so familiar with. We were getting something from the High Republic that they've been heavily promoting and stuffing down our throats and all that, you know, because this is an era of Star Wars that we've been wanting to see more and more of. But you back away after just doing a one and done season because what? Backlash on criticism? Unless they have solid, legit numbers, which obviously they're not sharing with us right now, that viewership was so poor. You know, again, we don't know because we're not given those numbers and all that, right? But let me quickly just read this article here from the Hollywood Reporter about the whole situation going forward. Let me quickly get back to the chat too. So, GTA 6 is probably the only existing thing right now. Yeah, we probably won't hear about that for like until like early next year, or middle of next year. Arnold, you said the movie on Prime Video is free for you? Okay, I may have to take a look. Ficon said, technically the show is not canceled. Lucas has said anything, but Deadline is a reliable source, so probably they said the truth. Have my hopes up. Notice they have to be very careful with Star Wars series because otherwise they lose too many fans. Ficon saying the only thing we're going to see Plagueis is a Young Sidious series, and I could never see that coming. Starlord saying everyone died in the Acolyte. What's the point anymore anyway? They have no cast, nothing to really connect to. Kimir, literally one of the best characters, if not the character Disney have ever made. Ficon also says Venestra is also a very interesting character that they can build up on, and obviously Darth Plagueis. Who don't want to see Plagueis live action? Well, that's one of the most frustrating things about this whole thing. True, but he got what he wanted. Kimir is complete. I think the whole problem here is, again, you messed around with a season that really kind of played on a lot of things from the lore of Star Wars that a lot of people were very much interested in seeing more of. But mainly because they wanted to see Plagueis show up, and they want to see how Plagueis is going to tie in to any live action piece of media, right? And then to just have it wasted in this series with no further direction as to where Plagueis can go from here. Unless you do like a spin-off or you do another series set within the same realm, maybe 5-10 years after the fact. I don't know. But I think this is just poor management of their license. The poor management of their property. Tamara Morrison was interviewed, I believe, a couple days ago or something like that. And he said that it doesn't look like that the character Boba Fett may not appear in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Then why set all of that connection up? You know? Are we going to see Fennec show up at least? Like, and Boba Fett was such a wasted character, the way they treated that character on the Book of Boba Fett. Like, what are they doing over there? You know, and it's again, as a fan, it can be very frustrating. And I'm not trying to defend anyone, but they need to figure stuff out because it is just so frustrating with how everything's being handled these days. So here's the article. The Acolyte will not return for season 2. Hollywood Reporter has confirmed Lucasfilm has opted not to continue the Disney Plus Star Wars series, which aired its season 1 finale last month. Leslie Handlen created show earned respectable reviews from critics, but was panned by audiences with only 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. The show was review bombed from some quarters who perceived it as quote-unquote woke, with certain corners of the internet going after Headland, who is a member of the LGBTQ+ community, as well as series' diverse group of actors. Quote, honestly, I feel sad that people would think that if something were gay, that would be bad, Headland told THR in June. It makes me feel sad that a bunch of people on the internet would somehow dismantle what I consider to be the most important piece of art that I've ever made, end quote. Also in June, star Amanda Stenberg fired back at racist backlash with an original song on social media. Quote, it was an easy target, unquote, said one source of the Black and Forth's connection to the show's cancellation, and it hurt people, and it hurt the public perception of the show. The Acolyte was said about, okay, it tells us a little bit about the story. Alongside Stenberg, series featured Lee Jong-jae, blah, blah, blah. Series ended with some tantalizing story points and even hinted at bringing back the popular character Yoda. Elsewhere, Jacinto's Evil the Stranger proved to be a breakout, with the character to have his own life-size helmet from Hasbro. The article concludes saying another factor may have been the evolving nature of streaming viewing habits and the erosion of goodwill of the Star Wars brand when it comes to its series. There's a lot of problems right now with this stuff. And like I said, this goes along reports about Boba Fett, the character, not appearing in the Mandalorian film. Here I am on this article from Dark Horizons. Speaking at Fan Expo Chicago, actor Tamura Morrison was asked if he was going to take part in the film, which is currently shooting and will effectively replace the 4th season of the series. Morrison says it's not happening, and the character isn't expected to pop up again anytime soon. Quote, I'm still waiting for a phone call, to be quite honest. I think we're just put on the shelf for a little bit. Maybe we come off the shelf later, end quote. The character has undergone a major change of fortune in recent years. Initial excitement about his return in The Mandalorian led to the spin-off series, The Book of Boba Fett, which was arguably the worst received Star Wars series until The Acolyte came along. Either way, any plans for continuation of the show has ended, and for now, there's no word as to when the character may ever return. Mandalorian and Grogu arrives in cinemas on May 22nd, 2026. Look, I think it is a major shit show over there at Lucasfilm. They don't know what they're doing with their film division. They don't know what they're doing with their TV division. I think they don't have a steady creative person like a Kevin Feige or something similar to kind of steer the ship. Now, they have Dave Filoni, right? But Dave Filoni was only appointed chief creative officer, last year or so? So there's a lot of things that he needs to do to kind of wrangle everything up. And I don't necessarily would put the blame on Kathleen Kennedy on this, but I think she needs to stay away from the creative aspect of it all. You know, man the business side of the thing, deal with the contracts, deal with the money, all those things like that. We need someone creative that can really wrangle all of the storylines together. And I don't know, honestly, and I love Dave Filoni, but I don't know if he's even the proper person to do this. Why? Because Filoni is so focused on the things that he likes. You know, he loves the Clone Wars. He loves Rebels. He loves Ahsoka. And we see that he does tend to put favor on his own things that he loves. So I can't imagine Filoni really looking hard at the High Republic stuff and having decent input on that. You know, that's just my thought and my opinion on it all. Maybe people have other opinions on it, but it is just very frustrating that they won't allow things to marinate longer in order just to see where things can go from here. You know, there were, like I said, there was promising stuff from the Acolyte. Not saying the whole show was great, but there was some stuff in there that I would have loved to see them explore more of. And you just kind of shat on the audience and on the fans finally introducing a long-awaited character, only to find out that if we probably won't be seeing this character anytime soon. So I don't know. It's just extremely frustrating. Let me catch up on the chat here. You guys have been going nuts with the chat. I love it. So Ficon said we don't even really know who Khmer is, other than Vanestra's former apprentice. Yeah, and what's going to happen with that whole storyline? They hinted that, oh, Vanestra was trying to look for Khmer now, right? And try to figure things out with him. Now it looks like we're not going to get that. Yeah, is Khmer a Sith? Who's the master? Is he a Knights of Ren? We don't know, and it looks like we'll never know. No Boba Fett and Mando is also very sad. Not sure what new faces we can get that won't also be torn from us, Star-Lord said. Young Palpatine is a possibility. I still think that was his voice we heard on the comms during that one episode. I don't know. He said, I mean, in my opinion, I didn't care about anything about the show. That's fine. Smilo Ren is still smiling. PQ, can we move on from the Kathleen Kennedy era of Star Wars? Do you know what the problem? I want Jedi Kung Fu Yoda tearing it up like nobody's business. Noah's sad storytelling was just not that good. Lack of vision and cohesive leadership has been hurting for years at this point. That's the point I've been trying to make, PQ. Ficon says Legends has already made up a whole story before Skywalker Saga, and that makes it so limitless for Disney to make stuff, because if they break something big in Legends, everyone will be mad. Star-Lord saying, but they focus too much on fans' positive or negative hate watching. And that was also my problem, Star-Lord. That's the thing. They tend to immediately react on backlash, right? And that's just, you can't do that, right? In my opinion, you can't do that. That's not how you run. Judge it on viewership. Judge it on people who buy tickets to watch movies. That's how you know what to move forward with, right? But I like I said, it's not just Lucasfilm and Disney who's to blame here. Netflix has a tendency to cancel shows when it's slowly approaching its peak, and the fan base are excited about it. HBO and Warner Brothers are doing the same thing. They just canceled Tokyo Vice. Again, I don't know what the viewership numbers were, but I thought the show was getting really good. There's a lot of things that are happening there because I think a lot of these studios are treating their TV programming like movies. And they're so quick on, quick turnaround and quick, returns. How do you even measure that stuff? What, based off of subscriber numbers? No one's paying additional money just to watch a series. Ficon saying, that's why personally I think they should continue after the sequels. Limited possibilities. They could break Legends. He's like Old Republic era from what I've read. He likes the Old Republic. You're talking about Filoni, T? It's all of a dream. Kiadi Mundi. Arnold's going to bed, bro. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. And again, I always appreciate the kind words, Arnold. Really do. Starlord saying the Acolyte needs some Knight Rider treatment. Sci-Fi Channel was bad about it. Oh, canceling shows, right? Yeah, that's another network that has a problem with that stuff. Yeah, it's just very frustrating and disappointing. You know, it's like, am I surprised that they announced that they're not going to renew season 2 for the Acolyte? No. And why am I not surprised? Because of the amazing amount of backlash that show got. And I knew somehow, some way, Disney was going to find a way to fold, and Lucasfilm was going to find a way to fold, and not, you know, be brave enough to say, you know what, we kind of like the creative stuff that was introduced in first season. What can we learn from this to improve on a second season? And I feel like older shows that have lasted more than one season, eventually they learn from their mistakes and they improve on things. Now, if we got 2 seasons of not unimprovement stuff, you know, of things of not getting better, of repeating the same mistakes and repeating the same problems and the things that, you know, were criticized, then the fans will speak out even more and won't watch, right? But I bet you if they did decide to do a second season, there will be enough viewership there that will still be interested in what they had to say. If anything, for further adventures and kind of introduction to Plagueis, the character himself, and the whole Khmer and the relationship between Khmer and what's her face? I'm already forgetting her name. The character Amanda Stenberg plays. Osha, right? But now you left a fan base who actually, there are a good amount of people that actually enjoyed the show with a lot of questions. And I read some comments that maybe it looks like they will continue the storyline in books and comic books and all that. You're asking an audience that probably never read any of the books or comic books to now go read comics or read books to know what happens to some of the characters that they like. That's not how you treat your fan base. That's not how you do it. Arnold saying, you hope I dream about a beautiful Chewbacca today? Oh, I want to be dreaming about a beautiful baby Yoda. Oof. Oofa. Ficon said, after the hate on Acolyte, I feel like we will never see Old Republic stuff. And yeah, I hope that's not true. But if that is true, and I could see it happening, what a waste. What a waste. Arnold saying he had to work every day from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure I'll catch you again in the next stream. A quick reminder, everybody. After today, I don't know if I'll be able to stream for the rest of the week. I'll keep you guys posted on the channel. But I have a lot of things on my plate, on my schedule for this week. So I'll keep you guys posted. He's saying I'm going to put my app in to write some Star Wars. Hell with it. I think at this point, any one of us can try to write a treatment. And who knows, maybe we'll be lucky enough that it'll get picked up, right? Started saying, I like it good of a color palette. Dark, cool looking, and it looked in. If I can say, I'm not excited for Skeleton Crew, but Andor season 2 I'm looking forward to, and of course Mando movie. Yeah, I think right now Andor has definitely set a precedence as far as universally this is what people have been liking as far as Star Wars storytelling is concerned. But it's also very serious, right? It's very gritty and serious, and what I like that's intriguing about Skeleton Crew is that it's a lighter side of Star Wars. It's definitely not my demographic. It's definitely a demographic for like a younger audience. And I think that's perfectly fine, right? It looks fun. It looks cute. So I hope it doesn't mind. I hope it doesn't. I hope it does well, right? But yeah, I don't know. I felt it as if the events were long ago in a galaxy far, far away, but that's the magic of Star Wars as a whole. Ficon said, Ahsoka Season 2, I'm so excited about, and I have a theory that Balin's skull is actually canon Star Killer. Oh, that would be interesting if that was true. Well, Arnold, I appreciate you and your hard moments. Wait, what? You blew it! They took it for granted, Star-Lord? What did they take for granted? they know so much about Anakin, and I feel like he had a deeper connection with him than we know. Yeah, that would, I mean, if that was true, that would be very interesting. James Mangold movie has a high possibility of solid success. I hope so. But remember, Mangold just directed that Indiana Jones movie, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. So I'm a little worried that he's a little bit too yes man when it comes to working with Lucasfilm. You know, because again, loved Logan, right? He also directed. Am I correct in saying that he directed Ford v Ferrari? James Mangold. Yeah, I loved Logan. Ford v Ferrari was fantastic. But then we got Indiana Jones. And I was just like, what happened here? You know, I know some people liked it, but it didn't hit me the way I was hoping it would. But it led me to be concerned because it did feel like he may have said yes to whatever Lucasfilm wanted in that movie. And if that's true, that means it could repeat again when he does his Star Wars movie. They took for granted the magic Star Wars gives this world. Arnold saying not as hard as you. Arnold, go to bed, you crazy nut. You're awesome. Pycon, have I ever seen the picture of Ahsoka, Anakin, and Starkiller being the Mortis gods? I have not, Pycon. Started saying you can't force real world in it to be it be its sexual preference. Yes, T, I will agree with that though. Indiana Jones, I would say, is probably the only negative mark so far on his resume. But it is his most recent. So that's why I have a little concern when it comes to that stuff. I'm fingers are crossed, but I think at this point, if they are, and it does look like they're going to put a lot of focus on movies moving forward, then maybe they should just do it at that. The series, they have Skeleton Crew coming out. They have Andor Season 2, Ahsoka Season 2, right? And I think that's it for now, as far as we know, right? Stop it there. Don't do any more shows. If you're going to do anything, focus on the damn movies. If that's really what you want to focus on, right? Star Wars is severely lacking on the big screen, and I think it deserves to be on the big screen. But whatever they're doing now, because it looks like they're foregoing Mandalorian Season 4 because of the movie Mandalorian and Grogu, which I kind of predicted was going to happen. I said, now that Season 3 of Mandalorian combined Ahsoka with Bo-Katan and all of these other storylines, I'm like, I bet you the next season is really going to be a movie. And that's what they're doing. But I think they're, outside of the animation stuff, their TV shows are severely suffering. And I think there's a major problem going on there. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what the resolution is. Like I said, I think you just need one creative head that is like super in charge of what they're trying to accomplish there, you know? And I think you, like, Kevin Feige it up, you know, have someone work with this group. You're the High Republic group. All right, you guys, you do this, right? Maybe you could do this, do that, and that. Mandalorian Grogu group. All right, you guys do this, blah, this and that, right? I'm going to take care of Ahsoka and anything related to the Clone Wars and Rebels. That's my area of expertise, right? I don't know. Started for lack of a better, not overused word, it's woke. I wouldn't say it's woke. I just think it's lazy writing, I think, sometimes, overall. If I can say, it's representing Anakin being the father as he was really, as you bring balance which we saw in Clone Wars arc, and it was Ashoka representing light and Starkiller the dark. T saying movies with big build-up. Don't need one every year. I agree with that. Give time to hype and make a great story. I totally agree with that too. Give it the Marvel treatment. Have one movie, right, that is a good standalone. But if you want to build up to something massive, all right, you could do that too. But one movie standalone, you know, next year, maybe do something different. Maybe do something different. Or do Disney Plus direct movies, you know? Marvel was toying around with that idea with the whole Werewolf by Night thing, and I think it worked brilliantly. Do something like that. Dawn of Jedi is a big possibility. Pika saying, I would love an animated show like Rebels and Clone Wars since Bad Batch is over too. Pika say if it were in the High Republic era, that could be better of an option. I mean, that could be a good way to really give us more of High Republic era stuff. If they were to do it animated, that could be like an easier way to kind of solve that problem. Started saying we need to go back to legacy characters. Animated show linking the Bad Batch with Rebels would be perfect. More Luke Skywalker fighting Dark Trooper. See, now that I won't agree with. I think we need to get away. We need to get away from the whole Skywalker saga. We need to get away with the whole Skywalker saga because I think people are just so tired of that already. You know, like I'm not excited for this whole Rey movie, whatever they're trying to do with that. You know, like no one was asking for it. No one was really saying that, oh, I would love to see more Rey. I think we kind of want to forget all the new sequels. You know, so I don't know if this is going to be like a redemption thing that they're trying to do for the whole Rey character. I have no idea. The reason why I say it's not woke is because, you know, I think what we have to realize is you have newer generations of people writing these stories now, right? And when we look at in the past, George Lucas writing Star Wars, James Cameron writing The Terminator, you have, you know, I'm trying to think of like major properties, right? They wanted to put their influence on how they see the world at that point in time, right? Or how they see the world progressing. With this newer and younger generation, they see the world very differently than we do when we grew up because they themselves are experiencing other things that are important to them, right? Or that they see or they want to see a change of in, you know, in their future, in their children's future, all that stuff like that. So I can't say it's woke because this is what is important to these creative people, you know? And yes, you have some sectors of creative people writing things with a very heavy agenda and a very heavy message and all that. But generations change and generations have their own ideas of what's important to them or how they view the world. And we just have to learn to adapt to that because they can't see the world like we saw it growing up. Very different generations, you know? So I can't say, and I won't agree that it's all woke because I do think that term is overused at this point and sometimes used incorrectly. You know, I think the whole woke thing turned into this is what I'm going to call this person's agenda when maybe this person is just writing their true feelings and ideas of what they saw when they grew up or how they see the world around them. You know, I'm not saying they're all like that, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of people out there who try not to put out a certain agenda and things like that. And they're just writing just based off of their own experiences. If I were to write something now, I'm going to write something that is probably speaks a lot about the way I grew up. But a 20-something-year-old will not be able to write that same type of storyline because they grew up very differently than I did. You know, so I can't necessarily agree that that's going to be that type of agenda or that type of thing that they're trying to do out there. Again, that's just my opinion. You know, that's just how I look at it. But I can't agree with that. It hits hard with the message, which is constantly pushing platform and media. Like said, I'm actually excited for the Rey movie, though. Oh, well, I mean, look, I know there are fans of the sequels. Again, the prequels were not a big thing for me, but there's a generation that grew up with that. Just like there is a generation that grew up with the sequels being maybe their introduction to Star Wars. So I'm never going to poo-poo on their love and fandom for that stuff. It's just, I think for me, and again, I am speaking as an older generation that does love Star Wars. It's not the Star Wars I personally want to see. But I have to also understand in any fan base, there has to be certain storylines. There has to be certain parts of this universe that speaks to everybody or speaks to at least different generations of fans, right? I eventually get my stars when I watch Andor. Right, younger generations may get what they want when they see a sequel to Rey and her continued storyline. You know, maybe people will watch Skeleton Crew and fall in love with that, but maybe that's going to be another generation. So, who am I to say, right? It's just for me, speaking just me. That's not something I'm looking forward to. But Starlord, you can't also, again, this is just me looking at things. You can't think people are all going to see things the same way. You know, you could have a room filled with 50 people, and maybe you have some people who are 50 years old, 30 years old, 20 years old, 12. They're all going to see the world very differently. You know, and that's how I look at it. And you look at some of the movies that came out like in the 80s and the movies that came out in the 90s and the movies that came out in the early 2000s, you could all see a lot of those movies at certain times do speak to a certain generation, right? So I think right now there is a generation of people who want to see these type of storylines. Maybe put more focus on female protagonists, maybe put more focus on diverse cast and all that. And that's perfectly fine, you know? But that should not be the basis of why I should judge a show because, oh, there's too many women on this show. Oh, it's too many mixed diversities and all that. No. If I will judge a show if the storytelling just sucks, the writing sucks. But you have a huge group of fans out there who are review bombing a show just because the creator is a part of the LGBT, is gay. And Amanda Stenberg, identifies as non-binary, and there are people who are review bombing a show just simply because of that. So that I can't agree with. I cannot stand behind that stuff. If I can say I don't hate the sequels, but I don't love it. I really like Kylo, and I find Rey decent. I think there's something there behind those characters. So it would be interesting to see how they can flesh those storylines out. But I think those movies just treated them very poorly. PQ saying also some generations only experience Knights of the Old Republic. Collective consciousness backfired with negativity? I'm not sure I follow, Starlord. Icon saying judging a show because of the character's race is disgusting. Not just the character's race, but what about the sexual preference of the writer of a show or the showrunner? The minute they found out who Leslie Headland was, and that she was involved in Star Wars, she was already getting a lot of backlash on that. And I never understand that. A dark agenda? Sounds like a lot of conspiracy theory-like stuff. And you know, guys, I want to say too, like, I'm very open with other people's takes on things. You know, if you see things differently than I do, that's perfectly fine. As long as we can have a conversation about it to try to understand each other's like point of view, then that's awesome. You know, I'm not saying you're wrong or you're incorrect, or I'm not saying that that whatever you're saying is stupid. It's just I look at things very differently, and I don't expect everyone to look at things the same way. You know, everyone has their own point of views on things. I'm coming from a standpoint where I just wish that in our current landscape in media, that studios, if you have a plan, pay attention to it, work hard on it, make sure that it is worth telling a story on. And just because a season of a show was getting hate from hateful fans, you know, not to renew it just because of that, I think that's kind of wimpy to me, if you ask me. Unless it's very expensive. Now that's another problem too that I didn't cover. It's like I think a lot of these platforms spend way too much money on this stuff. And I think I don't know how they're judging their return of investment when you're spending like $20 million per episode on a series. How much more subscribers can you get that will justify that type of budget and that type of expense? I don't know. I think it's a very flawed model right now. And I don't know if there's a way to win at this game of streaming, but it just looks like it's very messy. And I think you're having companies now realizing that maybe they're spending too much money and maybe they just don't know how to counterbalance that return of investment. So if that's the case, where a reason why they wouldn't continue a season because it's just too expensive, and you know what, we don't know if people are going to watch or want to watch, then I can understand that. Well, Starla, let's not talk about politics in here. You know I don't like talking about politics. I don't think politics truly has anything with what we're trying to talk about here. Yeah, Ficon, I agree. I care about the property, the show, and how it's being managed. And I think right now it's clear more than ever that this show is poorly managed. Star Wars, the brand, the IP, is badly managed by Lucasfilm and Disney. And I don't know what the correct course of action would be to fix things, but there needs to be some sort of reset, you know? And I don't think Lucasfilm had the chance to reset anything. They made a sequel, a trilogy of movies that turned out to be pretty bad for most people. They started off promising with a series on Disney Plus that was promising, and then somehow felt weird in season 3. Then they tried to do other shows that were hit or miss for the most part. And now with this new series, Acolyte, there is just so many issues with the type of criticism this show got. Yes, it had its flaws, but it also has its positives. But if they're judging because of what a lot of people are saying online, then I don't think that's a good look. I mean, also look at the way they've handled situations with Gina Carano, you know, which is going to go to court sometime soon. You could tell like there's some weirdness going on with the way they handle things. So it's all the same, generational. In regards to what? I'm not sure I follow. Hello, Rook Mirage. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. I see you. Thank you for saying hi. I hope you're doing well. Correct. Getting the right people in control. And I think right now they just don't have that. I feel like they're all running around with chickens with their heads cut off over there. Icon, I agree. People live their lives. It's their life the way they want to live it. No one has the right to really judge them on what they do. You know, if you have people who like to dress up as Baby Yoda and Chewbacca and go to a Gamescom convention in Germany just to have sex, who am I to say that's wrong? Solar, I'm not saying that politics does not have any play in media or in entertainment, but I felt like you were going down a route when we were getting into politics in general, and that's something that I just I didn't want to get into, because that's not something that I really talk about here. I mean, you know that already. But I'm not saying that that's not true when it comes to Hollywood and all that. There's a lot of politics in Hollywood. Rook Mirage, I cannot tell you specifically how to live or build a good life. I feel like I'm still trying to figure that out myself. So you might be on the wrong channel for that. But I appreciate you, though. T saying most judgment I've seen and talked about was shit writing and BS direction. Vicon, I'm still only mad about Acolyte canceled, though. Ahsoka only project I'm really excited about right now. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm just mad because, or I shouldn't say mad, I'm just frustrated because it's just another sign of something that was very poorly managed, you know? And to be honest, I feel bad for everyone who was connected to that show, because you could tell that they really put a lot of work into it and they had faith in it. And if Leslie is correct with what she says, and this is what she considers to be one of the most important things that she ever worked on, well, I feel bad for her. You know, but things could have been handled better, I think. Maybe there should have been a little bit more checks and balances, you know. Well, Starlord, you know, I always, you know, respect and appreciate the way you look at things. So I'm not going to argue with all that stuff. I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, or maybe I'm just not understanding what you're actually trying to portray and explain out there. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff that you are saying right now, I don't necessarily agree with, but it's fine. He's saying it should, in most parts, stay away. We get enough in everyday life. Are you talking about politics in entertainment and media? Well, it's like this, and again, I don't want to go into all this, but it's the same thing about like separation of church and state and all that. So, Rico Mirage, I am in the U.S. I am in New York. Starlord, you're saying nobody thinks for themselves, and it's astronomical. I wouldn't say like everyone's that way, but it would blame social media. I think social media is I've always said for a while now that social media was eventually going to be the downfall of society. And I think it's proving itself over time and time again every year. But if you look at there are countries outside of the United States that have lived their existence on a collective thought or a collective conscience and stuff like that. You know, look at Japan. Japan, it's very hard to be an individual over there. You're seeing more and more of it now, but for years and years, they've always, the media helped formulate a lot of their thoughts and feeling. And it's already been proven that the news is highly controlled and the truth is not always shared. Starlet, I understand what you're saying now. Okay. I appreciate your patience with me in trying to understand what you're trying to say. Ficon said, you know who I feel bad for, though? Manny Jacinto. On his birthday, the show got Oh, yeah, I know. That sucks. Rook Mirage, I'm not on YouTube every day. I usually stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Today is a special day, though. He says agree to disagree because we are individuals. And being an individual is what makes everyone special in their own ways. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I think it's when you grow. Could you imagine? Because T, I know how old you are now. You're pretty much around my age. Imagine growing up now, being a 10-year-old kid or 12-year-old kid, and all you have around you is what is being shown on social media, on TV, and all that. I think it's harder now to be more individualistic than it is when we were younger. Because we didn't have that quick conduit to a loud voice and multiple loud voices that are all saying the same thing. So at a very influential moments of our life, those ages, it's very easy for us to be convinced that maybe this majority voice that I'm seeing all the time is correct. We didn't really see that during our time when we grew up. There's still ways to do it, though. But I think social media is to blame for a lot of this stuff. Rick Mirage, it's 2:30 a.m. in India right now. It's very late. Why are you still awake? Ficon saying, I just thought about this. Is there any gray Jedi in Star Wars? Maybe Ahsoka, but I can't think of anyone else. Yeah, right now, gray Jedi, yeah, Ahsoka would be the closest one, I think. Like someone who rides in between both lines. Luke was almost that. And I think at one point, Luke has been that for a while. But Yeah, as of right now, Ahsoka could be the only one to do that. I'm trying to think of who's around. But yeah. Dark Knight of the Collective Soul. Dark Knight Rises. I had to bring it back to something nerdy pop culture like. So yeah, so I mean, just to recap with everything, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, we're not the ones controlling the situation over there at Lucasfilm, but as a fan who enjoyed parts of the Acolyte, I will say that I am very disappointed and I'm a little frustrated with how things are being handled and managed. I think I've made that very clear here online. I am very wary about the future of Star Wars and Lucasfilm. I don't know what is to be expected moving forward. I'm just fingers crossed that we're just still going to get very good content, or at least sprinkling of good content here and there. You know, content that I will enjoy and then other people can enjoy and all those things, right? So I think we're going to be hearing people in the discourse about this news for the whole week. I'm sure we'll finally hear something, maybe from the Lucasfilm side, maybe from Leslie Headland herself, maybe from those involved to get more clarity. But I think we live in a time where a lot of these platforms, a lot of these streaming companies, they are so scared to take risks for the most part because money is involved and a lot of money is involved. Big money, right? And I think everyone's still trying to figure out the streaming game, and there isn't really a clear-cut blueprint yet. And I'm hoping this won't affect other things moving forward. Like, I feel bad for like a show like Willow, you know, or a show like Westworld, you know. And I get it. Viewership wasn't there, but what do you expect? You know, it's like you have a platform that should have these different types of content. How do you judge a show if if that one particular show doesn't drive subscriptions? But you should have other things to counterbalance that, right? And I think they haven't found that balance yet. And that's why certain things have to suffer, you know? And when you have a division like Star Wars that doesn't have a movie division that's helping with that counterbalance, that's when we get to see things like this happening. You know, I look at Disney as a company. Their movie and entertainment division is not their breadwinner. It's their amusement parks. If the amusement parks don't make money, everything else suffers, right? Now, it was purported recently that their entertainment division was the one that made more money recently over the amusement parks. But see, at least there's a counterbalance. You know, because if both divisions were suffering, woof, Disney would be in big trouble. Ficon, have a wonderful evening. Have a good rest. Thank you. You know how much I appreciate you on these streams. I hope I get to see you again in the future. And thank you for joining in on the conversation. T saying true, but that's why myself as a parent, I have to teach my kids to have their own ideas and not judge others on theirs. Yeah, I think that's a good lesson to teach kids nowadays. Yeah, Gen X is very different. Yeah, very different. I believe there's definitely life outside of this planet. Interdimensional beings, I'm open to the possibility and the idea. I just want to see more proof. Or maybe we are not ready to handle the truth. Will we ever be ready? Who knows? Well, proof is not the same as experience, but if I saw someone get zapped into like another dimension, then I'd be like, oh, look, that happened. You know? And I can't say I ever experienced anything outer dimensional or interdimensional or multidimensional, so. Stop wishing for evidence. What does that mean? I'm a very factual guy. I need evidence to understand things. But I'm open to it. I'm not closed-minded. I'm not sitting here saying that there's no such thing. All right, so maybe phrase the question different. Not if I believe in aliens or if I believe in interdimensional beings. Have I ever experienced anything that involves aliens or interdimensional beings? And my answer to that is no. So. I feel like Star-Lord is getting very, very like spiritual and very, very preachy right now. No, you don't see your breath, but we had to learn how to breathe when we were born, didn't we? Are you telling me that I have to go to Arizona and maybe go out into the plains, take some ayahuasca to allow myself to see these things? Of course, I'm just messing with you. I'm joking around here. He says if they are out there, they are not coming to the shit show. If anything, I would imagine that they're very disappointed with us right now. Like we gave them hints of how to improve humanity. And they blew it. You blew it! All right, guys. I think I'm going to be wrapping things up in about 5 minutes. So if there's anything else you'd like to talk about, I'm all ears. But before I do go, I do want to give special thanks to everyone who has been able to join me on this awesome stream today. Star-Lord, Ficon, you know how much I appreciate you guys showing up. T, I always appreciate you showing up on these streams. Arnold, AKB, PQ, really, really appreciate you guys. Always fun time, fun conversations. I'm glad that we could have these type of conversations, even though, you know, we may not always agree, but at least we could talk about it. And I think that's the most important thing overall. Starlord, I feel like you're in another stream right now. Again, I love the conversation, and you know, I always love these type of back and forths, and I love how you get so passionate about your stance on something. I believe me, I love it, but it's really funny how we got here. And I'm being completely honest with you. You can do this. Oh yeah, you are our Captain America. You can do this all day. Awesome. T, if you're still around, I hope you have fun playing Wukong. Whenever you get a chance and you see me back online, I want to hear your thoughts on the game. I am jealous that you get to play that, and Arnold's playing it right now. So very, very much looking forward to your thoughts on the game. I think right now that's like the big game that people are playing. So I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah, lastly, again, like I said before, doubtful I'll be able to stream again for the rest of the week. I will do my best to upload some videos during the week. I'll be probably uploading my review on the new Crow movie after I watch it on Thursday. So definitely stay tuned for that. You know, if my schedule somehow loosens up and I get to stream, I will make an announcement on the channel through the community posts. So pay attention to that if you want to catch the next time of streaming. If it's not going to be happening this week, I will be back on Monday, regular 3 p.m. time, to talk about weekend box office and all the normal stuff I usually talk about on Mondays. And then hopefully I can return back to a normal schedule next week. It's just this week kind of hit me out of left field on how crazy it was going to be for myself. So, Star-Lord's battery needs to be recharged. So I guess this is a perfect time for me to head on out for the rest of the day. Everyone, thank you so much. Really, I appreciate all of you. I can't wait to see you again next time. But until that next time, stay cool, stay classy, stay safe. Be good to one another. Be yourselves. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. All right? Catch you all next time, everybody. Goodbye.